In Montgomery today for free rentals, repairs, and electric bicycle brands in town.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
This is how you conduct yourself in a democracy?
Joey Clark.
Thank God for another beautiful day. Hopefully it'll be a great show, and Montgomery needs a new mayor. Welcome into the program. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Bader here in the studio with me.
What's up, buddy?
Well, we got J.D. Vance leading negotiations. That's one thing going on.
Okay.
We also have Artemis 2 coming home soon after collecting all sorts of great images.
Did you hear the message they sent this morning? The crapper's full.
See, this is an Eddie Bader topic. Right into the scatological. But yeah, you do have to wonder, like, if you're stuck there in that little tin can.
Can you hold it one more day?
Right. David Bowie didn't sing about that. Also, apparently the Trump administration told Israel, could you calm down with bombing Hezbollah in Lebanon?
Give us a break for a little bit.
And so they're apparently going to hold peace talks with Lebanon aimed at eliminating Hezbollah. That get the actual official government of Lebanon on board.
Whatever. Good luck with that.
We also have a potential treason or sedition case. Army veteran, a lady accused of sharing military secrets with a reporter who did a whole profile on her and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Pretty awful
That'd be interesting.
Also have an inside look into the White House Situation Room from the New York Times.
Mm-hmm.
But the one that caught my eye, and all sorts of Alabama stories. Last day of session coming up.
Oh, yeah.
They're all considering
making the
last-second bills. We'll get into all those things going on. But the thing that caught my eye, and it's a question, did the Pentagon threaten the Pope?
What you got with that, Joe?
Well, it started when somebody asked J.D. Vance a question. He's answering all these things about, like, biggest deal of my vice presidency, leading these peace talks, and all these things going on. And apparently, J.D. is then blindsided by this question where he's on the tarmac there in, I still believe he was in Hungary. And I want to play the clip because this is the first I saw of this potential news, and I believe it was the first the vice president, who is a Catholic, heard of this news. But the question is, did the Pentagon threaten the Pope? Let's listen in.
X has been abuzz the last couple of days with the Free Press story saying that senior Pentagon officials in January, including Rich Colby, brought Cardinal Pierre into the Pentagon.
Brought who?
Cardinal Christophe Pierre into the Pentagon.
I haven't seen the story, unfortunately.
And essentially the reporting by the Free Press is that they told him that the American military has a lot of might and they can do whatever they want, and the church should get on its side. Does that message sound correct to you? Is that something you would sign off on?
So one, I with no disrespect to the Cardinal, I don't know who Cardinal Christophe Pierre is.
He's the ambassador to the Holy See and the U.S.
Oh, okay. I do. I've met him before. Sorry, I just didn't remember the name. I've never seen this reporting. I'd like to actually talk to Cardinal Christophe Pierre and, frankly, to our people to figure out what actually happened. I think it's always a bad idea to offer an opinion on stories that are unconfirmed and uncorroborated, so I'm not going to do that.
So here's the write-up. One of the write-ups that's out there. On April 8th, yesterday, you just heard it, Vice President Vance stood there in front of Air Force Two in Budapest and was confronted with the latest chapter in the emerging global drama. Rising tensions between the U.S. military and religious leaders. Mm-hmm. Is that really a thing? Rising tensions?
I don't think so, but it sells papers.
Indeed. We got to fill time here. Mm-hmm. Standing on the tarmac in Hungary, where the vice president spoke at an electoral rally for that country's president, Viktor Orban, Vance was asked by a reporter about a free press article that had been rapidly spreading online. The report, which cites unnamed Vatican officials, alleges military leaders invited then Apostolic Nuncio to the U.S. Cardinal Christophe Pierre to the Pentagon for a meeting in January. The cleric was, according to the Free Press, that's, I guess, Barry Weiss's outlet.
Yep.
She's now running CBS, too. But according to the Free Press, the cleric was reportedly dressed down by officials who insisted the Catholic Church take the U.S. government's side in military matters. So far, I don't know if I really believe this. But in response, Vance initially said he didn't know who Pierre was before reversing course after being reminded, I did meet that guy. So a lot of folks have been unable to independently confirm many of the details of this story the Free Press put out, including the claim that a military official invoked the Avignon papacy during the Pentagon meeting, a bleak era of church history when the 14th century French monarchy exerted significant power over the papacy. Oh, come on. We're going to set up a real American pope? Is that what the Pentagon said? Come on. No. This is cartoon level stuff. What is this, Marvel Studios?
You can do better than this.
This is James Gunn writing this?
You can do better than this.
But it is kind of fun, actually. But a Department of Defense official did confirm that a meeting occurred while disputing what the Free Press wrote, saying the Free Press characterization of the meeting is highly exaggerated and distorted. The meeting between the Pentagon and Vatican officials was a respectful and reasonable discussion. We have nothing but the highest regard and welcome continued dialogue with the Holy See.
What would you like for him to meet with the Pope about? If not to say, hey, dude, how about getting on our side a little bit? Why is that so odd? I mean, I don't understand that.
Yeah, and how people are characterizing it as a threat.
Well, you know what? Actually, it's the whole Donald Trump thing. It goes back to that. Sad.
Yeah, Vance said, I think my whole attitude towards military conflict has always been to pray that we are on God's side.
He's consistent there.
Which is a little different than what Pete Hegseth has been kind of put it out there. So,
what does Pete say?
Pete said, our troops, our American warriors deserve the credit for this day, but God deserves all the glory. Tens of thousands of sorties, refueling, and strikes carried out under the protection of divine providence.
Yes.
A massive effort with miraculous protection.
Good message.
Trump, a non-denominational Christian, has also made references to faith while discussing the war in Iran. When asked by a Washington Post reporter April 6 during a press briefing whether he believes in God or believes God is on his side of the U.S. in the war, the president responded, I do, because God is good. He then added, and God wants to see people taken care of.
Kind of hard to fight that one, Joey.
Trump's certainty contrasted, of course, with Vance saying, no, I think my attitude towards military conflict has always been to pray that we are on God's side. So the apparent controversy is that essentially they said you need to get on our side in these sorts of things. But Pope Leo XIV called Trump's civilizational threat truly unacceptable before calling on citizens of all countries involved to contact their representatives and call for peace. Of course, that was the big, we covered it this week. Mm-hmm. In his Easter message, the Pope declared, let those who have weapons lay them down, and called for a prayer vigil for peace April 11th to be held in St. Peter's Basilica. Like, are we not? Okay, here's the thing. You got Pentagons and you got popes.
Yeah.
The Pentagon wants to go to war. That's what they do.
Right.
They make a lot of money doing that.
Yes.
And what is it not also the job of the Pope, at least of late, like of late, I mean the last few centuries, to actually be like, maybe we should try this thing called peace. They don't have to be on the same page.
They don't have to be. But
this is the silliest controversy ever. But I just love that question. Did the Pentagon threaten
I don't think they threatened him. They just brought him over for dinner. Mm-hmm. Give him some encouragement.
Mm-hmm. What a mess. Soft. What a mess. So, no, I think the answer to that question is no, they didn't. Okay. And I just found it fascinating. Like, Vance, like, what in the world are you even talking about? Like, what was the key part of that question? Let's hear this again real quick. That the American military has a lot of might. Okay. We can do whatever we want, and the church should get on their side.
You know, it's a strong statement, but it is, the truth.
It's not as bad as the last one that Trump did.
With the Easter Bunny standing behind him?
Well, that was just surreal. That was a health check. Jeez. I'm like, am I having a stroke at this moment? Right. No, but
I wish the Easter Bunny would come up with a knife. But yeah, we'll get you, man.
No, do you remember what Trump, I believe, said to Pope Francis in his first term? When Trump was, taking on ICE, something to the effect of like, ISIS is going to get you?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I think I did just a search for Trump, Pope, ISIS. I put that into X, and this little clip popped up. So let's go back memory lane. This had to be, 2017, 2018 time frame. And so this, all this talk of like, oh, it's so different, and all the threats and all this stuff. Now, I think what's different right now is you have two Roman Catholics as your Secretary of State and your Vice President, so there's a little added drama given the ties.
An agreement there, I believe. So, yeah.
But here's Trump all those years ago. Pope Francis had called for like peace. Don't go back into the Middle East. This is what they do.
Right.
They call for peace. This is
that's
Trump.
Their job, right?
Yes, this is a little bit for the press, so I just wrote this out very quickly about the Pope. Do you want to hear it? Should I read it to you? Okay. He actually said that maybe I'm not a good Christian or something. It's unbelievable, which is really not a nice thing to say. So it's a response from Donald Trump. If and when the Vatican is attacked by ISIS, which, as everyone knows, is ISIS's ultimate trophy, I can promise you that the Pope would have only wished and prayed that Donald Trump would have been president. Because it's true. It's true. Yes, this is a little bit for the press, so I just wrote this out very quickly about the Pope. Do you want to hear it? Should I?
He's so different now, though. That must have been 2016, like as he's running.
Yeah, because he's a lot more energy.
So different.
Positive.
I read it to you? Okay. He actually said that maybe I'm not a good Christian or something. It's unbelievable, which is really not a nice thing to say. So it's a response from Donald Trump. If and when the Vatican is attacked by ISIS, which, as everyone knows, is ISIS's ultimate trophy, I can promise you that the Pope would have only wished and prayed that Donald Trump would have been president.
God bless America.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. God bless America. But, of course, Trump issued a new statement on Iran.
Oh, boy.
What do you mean? You're just nervous? You're over this? You're tired of it?
I'm kind of over it. I wish he'd just, hey, let everybody else do their job.
It's been a few days.
I know, but let everybody else do their job for a minute.
All U.S. ships, aircraft, and military personnel with additional ammunition, weaponry, and anything else that is appropriate and necessary for the lethal prosecution and destruction of an already substantially degraded enemy will remain in place and around Iran until such a time as the real agreement reached in full is fully complied with. If for any reason it is not, which is highly unlikely, then the shooting starts bigger and better, stronger than anyone has ever seen before. It was agreed a long time ago, and despite all the fake rhetoric to the contrary, no nuclear weapons, and the Strait of Hormuz will be open and safe In the meantime, our great military is loading up and resting, looking forward actually to its next conquest. America is back. So that's the message put out probably 10, 12 hours ago.
I mean,
yeah. He's getting people's attention, ain't he?
yeah, but you know what? I'd rather see him driving the gas truck going, hey, y'all, gas is going to be $1.50 a gallon. That'd get my excitement going.
Yeah, that would be great.
You know, get off the trash
Crude
truck.
oil, looking at there now, sitting at $96 a
Yeah,
barrel.
it started dropping last night, but
It's gone up a little bit.
Yep.
2% today
yep.
for the most part. 272-9228. That's 334-272-9228 if you want to get in on your reaction to anything in the news. In a little while, we will get to the last day of state government.
Today is, right?
Yeah, I
Well,
think so.
Are they going to party tonight? Do they?
I don't know if they party.
Joey, who controls the liquor?
The government does, but I don't know if they like officially party. They might party in the basement.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They might party at somebody's house.
After party to the after party.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might do all that stuff. But let's jump into the Situation Room.
All right.
How Trump took the U.S. to war with Iran. Now, this is one of those detailed New York Times things, so I think we'll start this
Okay.
and then hit a break, and we'll keep going with it.
All right.
And if it sucks, we'll just bail out.
Bail out.
The black SUV carrying Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu arrived at the White House just before 11 a.m. on February 11th. The Israeli leader, who had been pressing for months for the United States to agree to a major assault on Iran, was whisked inside with little ceremony, out of view of reporters, primed for one of the most high-stakes moments in his long career. U.S. and Israeli officials gathered first in the cabinet room adjacent to the Oval Office. Then Mr. Netanyahu headed downstairs for the main event, a highly classified presentation on Iran for President Trump and his team in the White House Situation Room, which was rarely used for in-person meetings with foreign leaders. Mr. Trump sat down, but not in his usual position at the head of the room's mahogany conference table. Instead, the president took a seat on one side facing the large screens mounted along the wall. Mr. Netanyahu sat on the other side, directly opposite the president. Appearing on the screen behind the prime minister was David Barnea, the director of Mossad, Israel's foreign intelligence agency, as well as Israeli military officials. Arrayed visually behind Mr. Netanyahu, they created the image of a wartime leader surrounded by his team. In the American Situation Room, already okay, the way this is being painted, this picture, you know how many people are going to go nuts about this?
Yep.
Or are going nuts?
Are going nuts, yeah. I think that's more like it.
Susie Wiles, the White House chief of staff, sat at the far end of the table. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who doubled as the national security advisor, had taken his regular seat. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and General Dan Kane, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, who generally sat together in such meetings, were on one side. Joining them was John Ratcliffe, the CIA director, Jared Kushner, the president's son-in-law, and Steve Witkoff, Mr. Trump's special envoy, who had been negotiating with the Iranians, rounded out the main group. The gathering had been kept deliberately small to guard against leaks. Other top cabinet secretaries had no idea what was happening. Also absent was the vice president. J.D. Vance was in Azerbaijan, and the meeting had been scheduled on such short notice that he was unable to make it back in time. The presentation that Mr. Netanyahu would make over the next hour would be pivotal to setting the United States and Israel on the path towards a major armed conflict in the middle of one of the world's most volatile regions. And it would lead to a series of discussions inside the White House over the following days and weeks, the details of which have not previously been reported, in which Mr. Trump weighed his options and the risk before giving the go-ahead to join Israel in attacking Iran. This account of how Mr. Trump took the United States into war is drawn from reporting for a forthcoming book, Regime Change, Inside the Imperial Presidency of Donald Trump. It reveals how the deliberations inside the administration highlighted the president's instincts, his inner circle's fractures, and the way he runs the White House. It draws on extensive interviews conducted on the condition of anonymity to recount internal discussions and sensitive issues. The reporting underscores how closely Mr. Trump's hawkish thinking aligned with Mr. Netanyahu's over many months, more so than even some of the president's key advisors recognized. Their close association has been an enduring feature across two administrations, and that dynamic, however fraught at times, has fueled intense criticism and suspicion on both the left and the right of American politics. And it shows how, in the end, even the more skeptical members of Mr. Trump's war cabinet with the stark exception of Mr. Vance, the figure inside the White House most opposed to a full-scale war, deferred to the president's instincts, including his abundant confidence that the war would be quick and decisive. The White House declined to comment officially.
Of course.
So I'm going to stop there. Let's go ahead and hit a break. But first, this part of the program brought to you by Josh and Leslie Ryder there at Dylan Rings. And they've got another thing going on there on the Dylan Rings Facebook page, man. Yeah, like it's every day you get like this up close. And by the way, I think he's doing these with like glasses, like shooting these videos with
oh yeah, with those really thick glasses on.
Like the AI glasses.
Really?
They're fancy. They're awesome.
Dude, I've been wanting some of them.
They're really cool. Go by and talk to Josh.
Yeah,
about it. They look like normal glasses.
If that's what they're doing and the clear results that he's getting, I mean, I'm sitting here watching him do some welding right now on some gold.
Yeah, but this is him working on laser welder and using gold wire to build up some worn down prongs.
I see.
It's followed up by a video on the smoothing and polishing of the built up prongs. Needed due to wear on the client's ring, and we needed to make sure their diamonds remain secured in the ring. So it's these sorts of repair jobs. You might think, oh, it just needs to be cracked in half or like fully broke. No, if you're noticing just gems, especially things like diamonds are loose and shaken, they can take care of that.
Oh, yeah.
And you can go to Dylan Rings on Facebook and see exactly that video here. Absolutely crazy how good he is at that. And you're right about how like meticulous in detail. Like that's not I don't know, man. Like I've soldered a thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I could do that at all. Like
you soldered something, but did it have the value and the emotional value of those, right?
Yeah, I wasn't soldering with gold and diamonds. It's like, oh, damn, I just burned my finger.
Right, exactly.
Folks, if you are looking for just a great experienced fella when it comes to repairs or custom design work, or they can do the spa treatments to make your jewelry shine and shimmer like it's brand new again. Or if you're looking at that great inventory they put together from high-end to everyday jewelry items, get by Dylan Rings. It's 119 Brown Springs Road here in Montgomery, just off of Atlanta Highway. And be sure to tell them that Joey and Eddie, those fellas on the radio, sent you. We'll be right back.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
2026 marks 60 years that hope has had a home in Alabama. At the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches, children who've lost everything through no fault of their own have found something priceless. A safe place to live, a loving Christian family, and the chance to simply be kids again. Here, boys and girls grow up surrounded by care, guidance, and faith, learning right from wrong, learning responsibility, learning they are valued and that their lives have purpose. As the Alabama Sheriffs have believed for 6 decades, it's easier to build boys and girls than to repair men and women. These former ranchers are now teachers, parents, business owners, and leaders, living proof that love, structure, and faith can change a life forever. As the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches celebrate 60 years of serving Alabama's children, you can help ensure the next child has the same chance. Learn how you can make a difference at alabamasheriffsyouthranches.org. 60 years of building lives, and we're just getting started.
Yes?
Yeah, I'm Bill. You called about some breaker stripping?
Oh, yes, Bill. My brother-in-law says you can do almost anything.
That's me. Not much I hadn't seen.
Do you really want someone who does almost anything in your electric box? Think about that. Because each year, thousands of home fires are caused by faulty wiring. That's why you want a professional, like the electricians at Crosby Electric.
Bill, how's it going? Bill, ooh, are you okay?
Oh, yeah, well, I didn't really need my eyebrows anyway.
At Crosby Electric, all technicians undergo rigorous safety training, as well as background checks, drug testing, and continuing education.
Bill, you think maybe I should call a real electrician?
No, these little slip-ups happen. Everybody does it.
Really?
No, not really. When you need professional electric work, or you just like someone to assess your home for safety, call the experts at Crosby Electric, 272-2085, or visit us at crosbyelectric.com.
Lewis at the Capital Oyster Bar, and I just want to tell you, if you're in business or got an event coming up and want to do some advertising, wisely spent dollars are spent down here at Blue Water Broadcasting. All the guys are nice, easy to work with, and I see results, I guarantee you.
Radio works. It's as simple as that. Call us to find out how radio can work for your business. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
The 22nd Annual Autism Crawfish Boil benefiting Easter seals of Central Alabama is April 11th at Riverwalk Stadium. Proceeds from this fun family event benefit autism programs at Easter Seals of Central Alabama. Enjoy all-you-can-eat crawfish, live music, and even a baseball game. The Autism Crawfish Boil, April 11th at Riverwalk Stadium. Stay and eat or grab them to go. Scan or visit mudbugball.com to purchase tickets and get info on curbside pickup.
When it comes to your mortgage, who you work with matters. And this is one decision where local makes all the difference. Don't fall victim to flashy mailers, spam calls, or 1-800 lenders who don't even know your name, much less your neighborhood. Those lenders are often sitting in some faraway state, reading from a script, and chasing volume, not relationships. A local lender understands the market you live in, or should I say that we live in. At Alabama Home Mortgage, you can look at us in the eye and trust us with one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. Local lenders don't disappear after closing day. Our reputation is built right here, one family at a time. So before you pick up the phone and call a stranger, remember us, Kim Williams and Madeline Cannon at Alabama Home Mortgage. You deserve guidance from someone who knows the community because they're a part of it. Give us a call at Alabama Home Mortgage today at 334-567-4223 or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. That's Alabama Home Mortgage, because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by Montgomery Paint and Body. From little fender benders to total body repair, MPB will fix it good as new, maybe better. For 4 decades, the Turner family has been getting you back on the road. Call 279-7325.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. Just a great storm-free pattern for the next several days in a month that can be very turbulent. Today, abundant sunshine with a high temperature up to about 77. Clear skies, still a little chilly tonight. The overnight low temperature down to about 50. Tomorrow, nearly perfect. Sunshine for Friday with a high temperature near 80. Weekend, storm-free, very nice. 83 Saturday, 85 Sunday. Lots of sunshine, and that continues into next week. From the National Tropical Weather Conference, Rich Thomas for Blue Water Broadcasting.
The River Region's first and only news talk station on FM. Live, local talk. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Clark.
Welcome back.
That's a very lovely looking lady there on the screen, Joey.
Are you doing that because I chastised you yesterday about how critical you are about
better person out of myself? Yes, I've thought about it.
Because yesterday you were being very critical about women. Very mean. You're trying to change your.
Yes.
Okay.
Because when you made that point, which hey, I'm glad you called me out on it. Others called me out on it as well.
Right.
So obviously,
what about the point that you're turning into a woman?
They said now's the time to stop.
Yeah. I don't want you going down there.
Well, the big worry was, we're getting into summer, and I'm going to let my hair grow out.
Yeah, so, yeah, you are. You're going to catch up to me?
Probably. I've been using lake water.
Oh, beautiful soul there on the
Yes.
TV.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, honestly, it's not mean to just tell the truth. But
I don't like it when people tell the truth to me all the time.
Fair enough. But let's get back to the situation.
Okay.
So it was like the table was set where Netanyahu's there, almost like doing this whole full presentation with his entire military behind him for the president in the United States of America Situation Room. So in the Situation Room on February 11th, Mr. Netanyahu made a hard sell, suggesting that Iran was ripe for regime change and expressing the belief that a joint U.S.-Israeli mission could finally bring an end to the Islamic Republic. At one point, the Israelis played for Mr. Trump a brief video that included a montage of potential new leaders who could take over the country if the hardline government fell. Among those featured Reza Pahlavi, the exiled son of the Iranian's last Shah, now a Washington-based dissident who had tried to position himself as a secular leader who could shepherd Iran towards a post-theocratic government. I never thought it was going to be him.
You didn't think?
No, he's too Americanized. Like, you've been
That's the
abroad for too long. You don't know the
you don't know
country
your own
in an intimate way.
Yep.
Yeah. Mr. Netanyahu and his team outlined conditions they portrayed as pointing to near certain victory. Iran's ballistic missile program could be destroyed in a few weeks. The regime would be so weakened that it could not choke off the Strait of Hormuz. And the likelihood that Iran would land blows against U.S. interest in neighboring countries was assessed as minimal. Besides, Mossad's intelligence indicated that street protests inside Iran would begin again. And with the impetus of the Israeli spy agency helping to foment riots and rebellion, an intense bombing campaign could foster the conditions for the Iranian opposition to overthrow the regime. The Israelis also raised the prospect of Iranian Kurdish fighters crossing the border from Iraq to open a ground front in the northwest, further stretching the regime's forces and accelerating its collapse. Mr. Netanyahu delivered his presentation in a confident monotone. It seemed to land well with the most important person in the room, the American president. Sounds good to me, Trump told the prime minister. To Mr. Netanyahu, this signaled a likely green light for a joint U.S.-Israeli operation. Mr. Netanyahu was not the only one who came away from the meeting with the impression that Mr. Trump had all but made up his mind. The president's advisors could see that he had been deeply impressed by the promise of what Mr. Netanyahu's military and intelligence service could do, just as he had been when the two men spoke before the 12-day war with Iran in June. Earlier in his White House visit on February 11th, Mr. Netanyahu had tried to focus the minds of the Americans assembled in the cabinet room on the existential threat posed by Iran's 86-year-old supreme leader, the Ayatollah, Ali Khamenei. When others in the room asked the prime minister about possible risk in the operation, Mr. Netanyahu acknowledged these, but made one central point. In his view, the risks of inaction were greater than the risk of action. He argued that the price of action would only grow if they delayed striking and allowed Iran more time to accelerate its missile production and create a shield of immunity around its nuclear program. I think we heard those talking points come out. Everyone in the room understood that Iran had the capacity to build up its missile and drone stockpiles at a far lower cost and much more quickly than the United States could build and supply the much more expensive interceptors to protect American interests and allies in the region. Mr. Netanyahu's presentations and Mr. Trump's positive response to them created an urgent task for the U.S. intelligence community. Overnight, analysts worked to assess the viability of what the Israeli team had told the president. The results of the U.S. intelligence analysis were shared the following day on February the 12th. In another meeting for only American officials in the Situation Room, that's when this brief was given. Before Mr. Trump arrived, two senior intelligence officials briefed the president's inner circle. The intelligence officials had deep expertise in U.S. military capabilities, and they knew the Iranian system and its players inside out. They had broken down Mr. Netanyahu's presentation into 4 parts. First was decapitation, killing the Ayatollah. Second was crippling Iran's capacity to project power and threaten its neighbors. Third was a popular uprising inside Iran. And fourth was regime change, with a secular leader installed to govern the country. The U.S. officials assessed that the first 2 objectives were achievable, with American intelligence and military power.
Right.
They assessed that the third and fourth parts of Mr. Netanyahu's pitch, which included the possibility of the Kurds mounting a ground invasion of Iran, were detached from reality. Yeah.
100%.
When Mr. Trump joined the meeting, Mr. Ratcliffe briefed him on the assessment. CIA director used one word to describe the Israeli prime minister's regime change scenarios, quote unquote, farcical. At that point, Mr. Rubio cut in. In other words, it's bullcrap is what, or he used the S-bomb. I love how Rubio clarified. It's farcical, Mr. President. In other words, it's BS.
Yes.
Mr. Ratcliffe added that given the unpredictability of events in any conflict, regime change could happen, but it should not be considered an achievable objective. Several others jumped in, including Mr. Vance, just back from Azerbaijan, who also expressed strong skepticism about the prospect of regime change. The president then turned to General Kane. General, what do you think? General Kane replied, Sir, this is, in my experience, standard operating procedure for the Israelis. They oversell, and their plans are not always well developed. They know they need us, and that's why they're hard selling. I think the generals, that's pretty good assessment.
I think he's very straight up.
Mr. Trump quickly weighed the assessment. Regime change, he said, would be their problem. It was unclear whether he was referring to the Israelis or the Iranian people. But the bottom line was that his decision on whether to go to war against Iran would not hinge on whether parts 3 and 4 of Mr. Netanyahu's presentation were achievable. And 3 and 4, again, were arming the Kurds and the popular uprising and installing a new secular authority, full-on regime change. Mr. Trump appeared to remain very interested in accomplishing parts 1 and 2, killing the Ayatollah and Iran's top leaders and dismantling the Iranian military. General Cain, the man Mr. Trump liked to refer to as Raising Cain, had impressed the president years earlier by telling him the Islamic State could be defeated far more quickly than others had projected. Mr. Trump rewarded that confidence by elevating the general who had been an Air Force fighter pilot to be his top military advisor. General Cain was not a political loyalist, and he had serious concerns about a war with Iran, but he was very cautious in the way he presented his views to the president. As the small team of advisors who were looped into the plans deliberated over the following days, General Cain shared with Mr. Trump and others the alarming military assessment that a major campaign against Iran would drastically deplete stockpiles of American weaponry, including missile interceptors whose supply had been strained after years of support for Ukraine and Israel. General Cain saw no clear path to quickly replenishing these stockpiles. He also flagged the enormous difficulty of securing the Strait of Hormuz and the risk of Iran blocking it. So it's almost like people in charge aren't dumb.
No.
We jumped into it anyway.
They know the risk. They just
Yeah, it's just a matter of which risk do you want to take.
Exactly.
The president appeared to think Mr. Trump had dismissed the possibility on the assumption the regime would capitulate before it came to that. The president appeared to think it would be a very quick war, an impression that had been reinforced by the tepid response to the U.S. bombing of Iran's nuclear facilities in June. General Cain's role in the lead-up to the war captured a classic tension between military council and presidential decision-making. So persistent was the chairman in not taking a stand, repeating that it was not his role to tell the president what to do, but rather to present options along with potential risk and possible second and third order consequences, that he could appear to some of those listening to be arguing all sides of an issue simultaneously.
Talking out both sides?
Well, actually, if you're looking for your top advisor, I kind of want somebody who can do that.
I'm going to give you every option available, right?
Yeah, that's kind of what I want. He would constantly ask, and then what? But Mr. Trump would often seem to hear only what he wanted to hear. General Cain differed in almost every way from a prior chairman, General Mark Milley, who had argued vociferously with Mr. Trump during his first administration and who saw his role as stopping the president from taking dangerous or reckless actions. One person familiar with their interactions noted that Mr. Trump had a habit of confusing tactical advice from General Cain with strategic counsel. In practice, that meant the general might warn in one breath about the difficulties of one aspect of the operation, then in the next note that the United States had an essentially unlimited supply of cheap precision-guided bombs and could strike Iran for weeks once it achieved air superiority. To the chairman, these were separate observations, but Mr. Trump appeared to think that the second most likely canceled out the first. At no point during the deliberations did the chairman directly tell the president that war with Iran was a terrible idea, though some of General Cain's colleagues believed that was exactly what he thought. See, and this is where, as I'm reading this, I'm just reading this on the fly with everybody else.
Getting too chilly?
No, now it's the heat. I turned on the heat for a second to adjust it, and I'm now...
Alabama, Joey.
Oh, my goodness. But some of the characterizations here, now I'm not starting to necessarily trust.
Yeah. Like,
how are they actually... To the chairman, these are two separate observations. Mr. Trump appeared to think the second most likely cancel out the first. How are you in Trump's mind on that one?
Yeah, maybe they seen a particular look or something that the man gave.
Yeah,
I don't see.
See, at that point, you're getting into, maybe you're in the room, and this is, I think, incredible information, quite a write-up.
You're in the room, but you're not in his head.
But yeah, you're not in his head. And then they also are speculating about what was in General Cain's head. And how much you want to bet that General Cain and President Trump maybe talked just one-on-one privately.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Anyway. Distrusted as Mr. Netanyahu was by many of the president's advisors, the prime minister's view of the situation was far closer to Mr. Trump's opinion than the anti-interventionist on the Trump team or in the broader quote-unquote America First movement like to admit. This has been true for many years. Of all the foreign policy challenges Mr. Trump had confronted across two presidencies, Iran stood apart. He regarded it as a uniquely dangerous adversary and was willing to take great risks to hinder the regime's ability to wage war or to acquire a nuclear weapon. Furthermore, Mr. Netanyahu's pitch had dovetailed with Mr. Trump's desire to dismantle the Iranian theocracy, which had seized power in 1979 when Mr. Trump was 32. It had been a thorn in the side of the United States ever since. Now, he could become the first president since the clerical leadership took over 47 years ago to pull off regime change in Iran. Usually unmentioned but always in the background was the added motivation that Iran had plotted to kill Mr. Trump as revenge over the assassination in January 2020 of General Qasem Soleimani, who was seen in the United States as a driving force behind an Iranian campaign of international terrorism. Back in office for a second term, Mr. Trump's confidence in the U.S. military's abilities had only grown. He was especially emboldened by the spectacular commando raid to capture the Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro from his compound on January the 3rd. No American lives were lost in the operation, yet more evidence to the president of the unmatched power or prowess of U.S. forces. Within the cabinet, Mr. Hegseth was the biggest proponent of a military campaign against Iran. Mr. Rubio indicated to colleagues that he was much more ambivalent. Gotta love ambivalence. Sign of a true statesman. He did not believe the Iranians would agree to a negotiated deal, but his preference was to continue a campaign of maximum pressure rather than start a full-scale war. Mr. Rubio, however, did not try to talk Mr. Trump out of the operation, and after the war began, he delivered the administration's justification with full conviction, which he did. Susie Wiles, the chief of staff there, had concerns about what a new conflict overseas could entail, but she did not tend to weigh in hard on military matters in larger meetings. Rather, she encouraged advisors to share their views and concerns with the president in those settings. Ms. Wiles would exert influence on many other issues, but in the room with Mr. Trump and the general, she sat back. Those close to her said she did not view it as her role to share her concerns with the president on a military decision in front of others, and she believed that the expertise of advisors like General Kane, Mr. Ratcliffe, and Mr. Rubio was more significant for the president to hear. Still, Ms. Wiles had told colleagues that she worried about the United States being dragged into another war in the Middle East. An attack on Iran carried with it the potential to set off soaring gas prices months before midterm elections, right? That could help decide whether the final 2 years of Mr. Trump's second term would be years of accomplishment or subpoenas from House Democrats. But in the end, Ms. Wiles was on board with the operation. Now, the next section is called Vance the Skeptic.
The Skeptic.
Nobody in Mr. Trump's inner circle was more worried about the prospect of war with Iran or did more to try to stop it than the vice president. Mr. Vance had built his political career posing precisely the kind of military adventurism that was now under serious consideration. He had described a war with Iran as, quote, a huge distraction of resources, end quote, and, quote, massively expensive, end quote. Huge distraction of resources and massively expensive.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
He was not, however, a dove across the board. In January, when Mr. Trump publicly warned Iran to stop killing protesters and promised that help was on the way, Mr. Vance had privately encouraged the president to enforce his red line. But what the vice president pushed for was a limited punitive strike, something closer to the model of Mr. Trump's missile attack against Syria in 2017 over the use of chemical weapons against civilians. The vice president thought a regime change war with Iran would be a disaster. His preference was for no strikes at all. But knowing that Mr. Trump was likely to intervene in some fashion, he tried to steer towards more limited action. Later, when it seemed certain that the president was set on a large-scale campaign, Mr. Vance argued that he should do so with overwhelming force in the hope of achieving his objectives quickly. So far, I kind of like that pattern of thinking.
Right.
In front of his colleagues, Mr. Vance warned Mr. Trump that a war against Iran could cause regional chaos and untold numbers of casualties. It could also break apart Mr. Trump's political coalition and would be seen as a betrayal by many voters who had bought into the promises of no new wars. Mr. Vance raised other concerns, too. As vice president, he was aware of the scope of America's munitions problem. A war against a regime with enormous will for survival could leave the United States in a far worse position to fight conflicts for some years. The vice president told associates that no amount of military insight could truly gauge what Iran would do in retaliation when survival of the regime was at stake. A war could easily go in unpredictable directions. Moreover, he thought there seemed to be a little chance of building a peaceful Iran in the aftermath. Beyond all of this was perhaps the biggest risk of all. Iran held the advantage when it came to the Strait of Hormuz. If this narrow waterway carrying vast quantities of oil and natural gas was choked off, the domestic consequences in the United States would be severe, starting with higher gasoline prices. Tucker Carlson, the commentator who had emerged as another prominent skeptic of intervention on the right, had come to the Oval Office several times over the previous year to warn Mr. Trump that a war with Iran would destroy his presidency. A couple weeks before the war began, Mr. Trump, who had known Mr. Carlson for years, tried to reassure him over the phone. "I know you're worried about it, but it's going to be okay," the president said. Mr. Carlson asked how he knew. "Because it always is," Mr. Trump replied. In the final days of February, the American and the Israelis discussed a piece of new intelligence that would significantly accelerate their timeline. The Ayatollah would be meeting above ground with other top officials of the regime in broad daylight and wide open for an air attack. It was a fleeting chance to strike at the heart of Iran's leadership, the kind of target that might not present itself again. Mr. Trump gave Iran another chance to come to a deal that would block its path to nuclear weapons. The diplomacy also gave the United States extra time to move military assets to the Middle East. The president had effectively made up his mind weeks earlier, several of his advisors said, but he had not yet decided exactly when. Now Mr. Netanyahu urged him to move fast. That same week, Mr. Kushner and Mr. Witkoff called from Geneva after the latest talks with Iranian officials. Over 3 rounds of negotiations in Oman and Switzerland, the two had tested Iran's willingness to make a deal. At one point, they offered the Iranians free nuclear fuel for life of their program. A test of whether Tehran's insistence on enrichment was truly about civilian energy or about preserving the ability to build a bomb. The Iranians rejected the offer, calling it an assault on their dignity.
Okay.
Mr. Kushner and Mr. Witkoff laid out the picture for the president. They could probably negotiate something, but it would take months, they said. If Mr. Trump was asking whether they could look him in the eye and tell him they could solve the problem, it was going to take a lot to get there, Mr. Kushner told him, because the Iranians were playing games.
Yeah.
So we got another quick break here. When we come back, the final decision on, well, I think we need to do it. This part of the program brought to you by Pest Pro Services, and they're at Pest Pro. Ashley and that great team are ready to help you out. If you are ready to take care of all those insects coming alive around your property at this time of year.
Fire ants, man. We got La Cucaracha.
Oh,
we got
those are
silverfish. And the ants. The ants are finding their way back in the
Don't forget
house.
the wasps.
Joey, you have a problem with wasps.
I
I
think
if I
it's-
call them
yeah.
out, they're going to come after me. So I'm going to let you fight your
Yeah,
battle.
I think
with the
actually
wasps.
I need more of a psychologist, an exorcist for the wasp.
Wouldn't be the
problem
worst
I have.
idea.
But if you're looking for just great pest control,
yes,
like basic package, they do a monthly model, great way to control cost over the year. And you can also add on top of that termite inspection protection, mosquito protection. Maybe you got an acute problem with things like the fire ants.
Oh, yeah.
They can deal with all that.
Another big thing, too, spring and summer is here. Of course, you're going to have fleas and ticks in your yard. You don't want your animals to bring those fleas and ticks inside. So get it treated.
So y'all check them out today. You can always learn more at ppsriverregion.com or just call Pest Pro Services direct at 265-9990. That's 265-9990. Also, check them out on the Book of Faces. When you want to know, call a pro, Pest Pro Services, and be sure to tell them that Joey and Eddie, those fellas on the radio, sent you.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
We get this question all the time.
Do you handle that?
Buying or selling a home?
Yes.
Commercial?
Yes,
Land or investments?
absolutely. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. One team.
Every real estate move. 334-322-0662.
Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know go.
Live, local talk. The River Region's most trusted voice for news and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. So let's finish this up.
Okay.
On Thursday, February 26th, around 5 p.m., a final Situation Room meeting got underway. By now, the positions of everyone in the room were clear. Everything had been discussed in previous meetings. Everyone knew everyone else's stance. The discussion would last about an hour and a half. Mr. Trump was in his usual place at the head of the table. To his right sat the vice president. Next to Mr. Vance was Miss Wiles, then Mr. Ratcliffe, then the White House counsel, David Warrington, then Stephen Chung, the White House comms director. Across from Mr. Chung was Caroline Leavitt, the White House press secretary. To her right was General Kane, then Mr. Hegseth, and Mr. Rubio. The war planning group had been kept so tight that the two key officials who would need to manage the largest supply disruption in the history of the global oil market, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and Energy Secretary Chris Wright, were excluded, as was Tulsi Gabbard, the Director of National Intelligence. The president opened the meeting asking, "Okay, what have we got?" Mr. Hegseth and Mr. Kane ran through the sequencing of the attacks, and Mr. Trump said he wanted to go around the table and hear everyone's views. Mr. Vance, whose disagreement with the whole premise was well established, addressed the president. "You know, I think this is a bad idea, but if you want to do it, I'll support you." Ms. Wiles told Mr. Trump that if he felt he needed to proceed for America's national security, then he should go ahead. Mr. Ratcliffe offered no opinion on whether to proceed, but he discussed the stunning new intelligence that the Iranian leadership was about to gather in the Ayatollah's compound in Tehran. The CIA director told the president that regime change was possible depending on how the term was defined. "If we just mean killing the supreme leader, we can probably do that," he said. When called on, Mr. Warrington, the White House counsel, said it was a legally permissible option in terms of how the plan had been conceived by U.S. officials and presented to the president. He did not offer a personal opinion, but when pressed by the president to provide one, he said that as a Marine veteran, he had known the American service member killed by Iran years earlier. This issue remained deeply personal. He told the president that if Israel intended to proceed regardless, the United States should do so as well. Mr. Chung laid out the likely public relations fallout. Mr. Trump had run for office opposed to further wars. People had not voted for conflict overseas. The plans ran contrary to everything the administration had said after the bombing campaign against Iran in June. Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah.
How would they explain away 8 months of insisting that Iranian nuclear facilities have been totally obliterated? Mr. Chung gave neither a yes or a no, but he said that whatever decision Mr. Trump made would be the right one. Ms. Leavitt told the president that this was his decision and that the press team would manage it as best as they could. Mr. Hegseth adopted a narrow position. They would have to take care of the Iranians eventually, so they might as well do it now. He offered technical assessments. They could run the campaign in a certain amount of time with a given level of forces. General Kane was sober, laying out the risk and what the campaign would mean for munitions depletion. He offered no opinion. His position was that if Mr. Trump ordered the operation, the military would execute. Both the president's top military leaders previewed how the campaign would unfold in the U.S. capacity to degrade Iran's military capabilities. When it was his turn to speak, Mr. Rubio offered more clarity, telling the president if our goal is regime change or an uprising, we shouldn't do it. But if the goal is to destroy Iran's missile program, that's a goal we can achieve. Everyone deferred to the president's instincts. They had seen him make bold decisions, take on unfathomable risk, and somehow come out on top. No one would impede him now. "I think we need to do it," the president told the room. He said they had to make sure Iran could not have a nuclear weapon, and they had to ensure that Iran could not just shoot missiles at Israel or throughout the region. General Kane told Mr. Trump that he had some time. He did not need to give the go-ahead until 4 p.m. the following day. Aboard Air Force One the next afternoon, 22 minutes before General Kane's deadline, Mr. Trump sent the following order. Operation Epic Fury is approved. No aborts. Good luck. That's the inside look there. And honestly, some of this, I mean, the inside information, I think some of this came directly from the president.
Well, one of the reports I heard, and I think I might have heard it off Tucker, but I'm not for certain, but that Netanyahu has come to every new president we've ever had, so we need to go bomb Iran.
Yeah.
And this particular time, and I guess no other president's ever kind of fell for it.
Right.
But at this particular time,
by the way, I believe that.
Yeah, they made a case of, hey, Israelis made a case of, hey, they're this close to having nuclear capabilities. That's why that big missile attack went out a long time ago. No one else has done that. In fact, they even went to Obama, and Obama's like, yeah, I don't think that's what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So as much as I like Trump, again, I feel that we got kind of pulled into something.
Yeah, but it also sounds like he was wanting to do it for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Himself.
I mean, looking for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it seems like he does the bigger and bolder. Seems to be the
He's a
strategy.
risk taker. We've known that about Trump from day one.
Keep punching a higher
Yeah.
floor.
Yeah.
Bigger, bolder, like even if it's going to cost me certain things, all this stuff, if I go for the gusto, it'll work out. It seems to be
Keep
his
going, yeah.
root mentality on a lot of this stuff.
I get that. As an entrepreneur, I get that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyway, this part of the program brought to you by Cole Plumbing. And
Yes.
they're at Cole Plumbing. They're ready to help you out. Say you've got a big water leak. It's like a problem. Like,
yeah, you got a new pond in the backyard?
Yeah, or the carpet is just soaked or
Oh,
the
man.
ceiling sacking.
Hot water heater busted overnight? Yep.
Pretty awful stuff. Well, they can fix that for you with minimal discomfort to you in your home.
That's
in
right.
particular, they're not going to have to like tear out a bunch of drywall, dig up a huge hole or trench in your yard.
Ain't going to have to gut the whole house.
They can do it with precision and expertise, find the leak and fix it up real quick. And of course, they can help you with everyday problems like you need a new garbage disposal or the faucet keeps dripping
Like a little bit taller toilet?
or the toilet flapper doesn't work or just keeps running. And of course, they can help you upgrade to things like a taller toilet or new accessories in the bathroom or the kitchen.
Hot water heater.
I like that. Y'all check out Cole Plumbing today. You can always just call them direct, 279-8919. That's 279-8919. And just remember, folks, when you have trouble with your bowl,
call on Cole, Joey.
We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusada, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. A key measure of inflation stayed high in February before the war in Iran spiked gas prices. That's a sign that everyday costs were creeping up even before the conflict began. Excluding the volatile food and energy categories, core inflation also rose by 0.4%. Overall prices up by 2.8% a year ago. Financial markets moving cautiously a day after surging on optimism about that ceasefire and the war with Iran. Right now it is the Dow Jones Industrial Average up by 358 points. The NASDAQ is up by 168. The S&P 500 up about 50 points. Applications for unemployment benefits rose last week before Iran, Israel, and the U.S. announced a 2-week ceasefire deal that injected a degree of optimism back into a still clouded global economic picture. This is SRN News.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-292-7875. 800-292-7875. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-292-7875.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Alabama Wholesale Lumber. It's more than just great prices on lumber. From Trex decking to energy-efficient windows and Tamco shingles, Alabama Wholesale Lumber has it all.
Well, hi, everybody. I'm happy to say the news is very good through the weekend and beyond. I mean, we need the rain, but I like the fact that we are storm-free. Tonight, mostly clear skies, low temperature down to about 50. Tomorrow, the great pattern continues. Friday's high up near 80 with plenty of sunshine. We're in the low 80s on Saturday, mid 80s on Sunday with more sun. And this pattern extends into at least the early part of next week. Great for whatever you have planned. From the National Tropical Weather Conference, Rich Thomas for Blue Water Broadcasting.
At the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, these are today's top stories. The Montgomery City Council has unveiled the design for a proposed new city flag. The new flag was chosen from 27 designs submitted as part of an essay contest last year. The new design features a large star at the center with a ribbon containing 9 smaller stars representing each city council district. The city council is expected to vote on the new flag later this month. Alabama has set a new record for number of people employed. The State Department of Workforce announced employment increased by almost 18,000 people in January. Average weekly wages increased by $85 over the year to a new record high of $1,150 per week. Alabama's unemployment rate held steady at 2.7%. The Alabama Senate passed a bill Thursday that would set a framework for rounding in-person cash transactions. House Bill 545 would provide a standard for rounding the total to the nearest nickel for cash transactions. The bill passed the House of Representatives in March. It now heads to Governor Kay Ivey's desk for her consideration to become law. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
Hello, everyone. Robbie Pelt with Capital City Roofing. If you think about it, your home is your biggest investment in life. Your roof covers your home, so why jeopardize your biggest investment on a roofer you don't know anything about when you can deal with a reputable roofing company like Capital City Roofing? We have an A+ Better Business rating and the best manufacturers and workmanship warranties available. We do all residential and commercial roofing applications that are certified through the manufacturer to ensure you get the best material and workmanship money can buy. We also have your project in our best interest before and after construction has been done. Don't hesitate to call us if you have any roofing issues or questions. We will match any of our competitors' price and give you the same great workmanship warranty. We also give free estimates. Give us a call today and let us show you the difference. 277-3311. That's 277-3311. Or you can check us out on the web at www.capitalcityroofing.com. Capital City Roofing. We capitalize the roofing industry.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Before we take some phone calls here and get into some more of the news, we have a business break, folks.
Yes, we do.
And welcoming here into the studio, Joey Hull with Davis Door and Sash. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, thank you.
Good deal.
Now let's just tell folks about what y'all can do for folks. Sounds like it's in the name: doors, windows, all sorts of stuff.
Yep. So we're a small company here in Montgomery, and we do commercial and residential windows and doors. We do columns, some siding and trim, stuff like that.
So it's like we were going through a few scenarios.
Yeah, let's say I got this annoying kid next door, all right, and they're always playing baseball in my front yard. And one of them, hits the ball through my window. Can I call you and expect you to come out and replace my windows?
Yep, absolutely.
All right. Another scenario. Let's say I bought a house, but all my windows are fogged. I didn't really pay attention to it when I bought it, but now that I'm living there, it looks like I may need new windows. Can you take care of a whole house?
Yep, absolutely.
All right. And you guys come out, just kind of do an inspection and give us an estimate?
Yep, it's free estimates. You give us a call, we'll come out, send somebody out to measure and look at, kind of see what kind of windows you want and what you want to replace, and we'll go from there.
Now, is there any certain brand of windows that you guys do, or is there, if I say, hey, I want a Pella XX whatever, you can get that for me as well?
We sell several brands to kind of meet everybody's needs, and everything from a builder's grade, lower cost window up to very high end, very energy efficient, well built windows.
Excellent.
And it looks like, just looking at the website, and folks, y'all can go to davisdoorandsashalabama.com, davisdoorandsashalabama.com. That like any type of door, any type of window, like y'all are pretty much going to be able to work on it.
Yep.
I like that. And it looks like you also do new construction.
Mm-hmm. New construction, just replacements, commercial. We try to do it all.
How long you been doing this?
So I've been doing it for 7 or 8 years, and the owner of the company previously was in it for 10 plus, and been doing it long enough to get it all sorted out. And
all right, maybe we can put him to the test, Joey. See that front door we got out there?
Mm-hmm.
Can you do something with that? Because half the time it don't open.
It definitely needs some.
See, we got an expert. Ain't afraid to call it out. That's right.
Yeah, it sounds like you're at the point in doing this too, where you can walk in and take a look real quick. You're like, okay, I already know what we're dealing with here.
Sometimes.
Now, let me ask you this. As far as door replacements, let's say I live in Cloverdale. Okay, in Cloverdale, everybody's house is like roller skate.
Yep.
The door that I got just will not fit square. Can I get a door from you and you come make that, not my house square, but you can make that door square so I don't have that ugly gap?
Yeah, we can absolutely do that. And
good deal.
Yeah, Cloverdale has a lot of codes too, and you can't really change the look of the
right.
So we got to build exact replacements for wood doors, and we can do that as well.
Excellent. Because that's one of the biggest things over there too. The older houses, which are beautiful, but those doors, you'll see the gaps in them, and you got air conditioning going out in the summer and cold air coming out in the winter. So yeah.
And we do get a lot of calls from that area.
Yeah.
And,
There's beautiful houses over there. Beautiful.
And it looks like y'all have financing options as well.
That's right.
And then what's your service area?
So typically the Tri-County area, but we do travel around to Troy and like Tallahassee, Eclectic, places like that. So basically like Central Alabama.
I got you.
Very good. And folks, I'm looking, I believe the phone number here is 334, especially for you Verizon customers, 334-288-6010. Sure. Or again, davisdoorandsashalabama.com. where you can get all this information, look at it with your own eyes, folks. If you're in the market for this, 75-mile radius I'm seeing here, all the river region. And
I guess you covered both the lakes then?
Yep, both lakes.
All right, I got another question about doors. I know.
He's awful.
I got these kind of things. All right, so say there's a guy that has 4 big Pella sliding glass doors, and 2 of them just quit working. Do you have a selection of sliding glass doors that one could come and look at and possibly get installed in his house?
You mean you?
It could be. It's hypothetically, but I know a guy. A guy.
Yeah, we do sliding glass doors as well. Yep.
Is that, now, I've seen some of the doors, and this might be something you guys don't do, but where the whole house kind of opens up like a folding door.
We can get them as well.
Really?
Yep.
I don't know if you've ever seen down the beach, Joey, but it'll be like the bottom half of the house, and they can literally slide that door open.
Yeah.
And just open it. It's beautiful.
Like a folding glass.
Yes.
Yep. Almost like an accordion glass door.
All right. Let's make sure we get a card from this guy, Joey.
Well, I don't. Did we leave anything on the table here? Or I think.
Yeah. Is there anything you guys can't do?
I mean, we stick to windows, doors, columns, and trim stuff like that.
Okay.
We can even paint the doors for you too. We don't do a whole lot of it, but if somebody wants a one-stop place to get buy the door and have it stained or painted before they install, we can take care of that as well.
I like that idea too.
Well, folks, y'all get in touch with Davis Door and Sash, and be sure to say you heard Joey Hall on the radio with Joey and Eddie.
Yeah.
And good meeting you, man.
Good meeting you.
Appreciate you stopping by.
That's awesome.
We'll be right
seeing
back.
you again.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
If you own a home and need cash, you can unlock thousands of dollars from your home equity quickly and easily. Call Lynn Go today at 888-407-7095. At Lengo, you can find out how much cash you could get with a home equity loan in just 2 minutes. It's free. There's no obligation, and it won't affect your credit score. Use the money for anything. Pay off high-interest debt, make home improvements, or just give your budget some breathing room. Best of all, you keep your low mortgage rate while you're getting the cash you need. See how much you can get today. Call 888-407-7095. That's 888-407-7095. Or visit lengo.com. That's LENDGO.com. Homeowners nationwide are doing it. Now it's your turn. Call 888-407-7095 today. Lengo, where homeowners go to get cash. 888-407-7095.
For more than 50 years, the Tears family's been keeping the river region flowing with Roto-Rooter. From drain cleaning to septic repair and installation, no job's too big or too messy with a local team you can trust. So when water won't go where it's supposed to, call the hometown experts who've been serving Montgomery for over half a century. That's 272-7130. Or visit rotorooteralabama.com. And remember,
Call Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And legal troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. Here in the River region, thousands of hardworking folks will be buying a home, some for the first time. How do you know you are buying the right home? It starts with research. A buyer's agent can help you in your search, providing a list of homes you may not be aware of or know about. At the same time, a meeting with a local lender to find out exactly what you qualify for and how much it will cost at closing and monthly. A list of needs and wants provided to your agent will help them locate properties that match those needs. An example would be bedrooms, baths, school zones, floor plan requests will also help. Start shopping and look at homes and compare and make a list of pluses and minuses for each home. Compare them with your agent to narrow the field. After you work out the contract, appraisals and inspections come next, and then the closing. For more details, call Bo Goodson at the Goodson Group, 221-2883. That's 221-2883.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
The River Region's News Talk Station. News Talk 93.1. WACV. News Talk 93.1.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Let's
go.
go.
Everybody should be danced, Joey.
I know. Well, let's go right to the phones. Talk to Clint, who's been very patient. Hey, Clint, how you doing?
Good afternoon, Clint.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Doing great. Great to hear your voice, brother.
Yeah. Hey, Eddie, you need to come put a screen door on my motel room.
Nothing like a screen door. Let me tell you, that makes everybody feel homely.
A screen door so you can have the door open, but the bugs don't
but
get
the bugs don't get in. You can see what's going on, but you've got a closed door between you and the public.
Yeah, but I mean, they can see if you get naked or anything. Though.
Well, that's what else are you going to do with the screen door open?
Well, I don't worry about that either.
Thank you. Thank you.
You want to look at my door? I'm in my skivvies. All right, so be it.
So be it.
So, hey, I'm talking about the president.
Yes, sir.
Talking about leaving NATO.
Yeah.
And I hope he does. Let me tell you a story about I trained half my career in Europe. I spent 10 years in Europe, 11 years here in America. And every winter we had a training exercise, for NATO.
Mm-hmm.
In America, we paid 75% of the damage. And the other NATO countries they divided up the other 25%. And they did not pay their way. And they ain't paying their way now. Going through Iran, where were they at?
No, they didn't want to get involved at all.
Why not? We're NATO.
Well, but they're like, well, that's when we get attacked and we need the U.S.'s help. When the U.S. wants to do a thing on their own initiative, y'all are on your own. Some alliance.
Exactly. They ain't going to help us.
Right.
And they didn't. So if the president does away with NATO, God bless his heart.
Yeah, we'll see. And if the U.S. pulls out of
We pay
NATO,
all the bills.
I would predict a rise of Germany, especially if different people start winning elections there in Germany.
Yeah, but when I was in the military, 21 years, I want to spend 30, but I only spent 21. We flew from Fort Riley, Kansas to Germany for a winter training. And there's a lot of damage was done. Back then, you train in their backyards. You know, had a tank. He backed over a Mercedes-Benz in somebody's house, and now German come out smelling like a possum.
Why do I
was
smell like
happy.
a possum?
Yeah. So he got a new Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah, he did.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And we had one tank go through a German house
Yeah.
because of ice and snow and the fog. And apparently, goodness, they were in the kitchen. And this tank went right through the living room.
Oof.
And they were happy.
Are you going to get a new house?
So they got a brand new house. But we paid for it. NATO, no, we don't need to be with NATO no more. They don't help us. No, I've been through NATO, and they ain't no good. So.
Well, I appreciate the insight, Clinton. It might very well
That's
happen.
all I got to say, sir.
Thank you.
Have a good, great day, and have a good weekend.
You too, Clint. See you, bro.
Now, let's go to some state local stuff.
We're going to talk about the pitch.
We talked about the pitch yesterday.
Yeah, I've got a lot more. I mean, you didn't.
What about it? Well, it's a trending story. 1819 Mayor Stephen Reed delivers feeble first pitch at Montgomery Biscuit's home opener.
Let's just be honest that by them calling it feeble,
Yeah.
very nice way to put it.
I think the whole write-up's kind of hilarious.
Dude, you saw it?
Yeah, I saw it. Okay. Like we talked about it yesterday.
I know, but I'm still.
Well, what else do you want to say about it?
I just haven't feel like I've been able to express my disappointment as much as I.
You wanted him to throw a fastball.
No, well, me, yeah, I threw the high heat, but I would have at least gone to the mound. You know, you're going to one hop it anyway. Go to the mound. Go ahead and have the catcher set up behind the plate so it looks.
Or what if you go, I'm going for a knuckleball?
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
call your shot.
And that way, when it's just awful, you go,
Right.
yeah, this is a knuckleball.
That's a great call, Joey. You should have been on his team. You should have got a hold of him for
I'm
that.
very good at lowering expectations, making excuses. I'm very good at that.
Oh, okay, well, I'm still taken aback by it.
It was disappointing. And I have to say, of the video, like when they said, Mayor Stephen Reed, you heard a few people go, but then you heard a few more people go,
yeah.
Like, man.
Yeah, I'm not good at that. I'd be wanting to go up in the stands and fight somebody.
It almost, I was half expecting like a Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo thing where it's like, that's a huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd have been hysterical.
Cakes and pies. But yeah, that's still a trending story.
It's just kind of comical.
But you know what the top trending story at 1819 News is?
Local story? Or Alabama
You
story?
never woke up black?
Ooh. Man.
I'm quoting a headline, folks. Not accusing Eddie of anything.
I woke up as a minority before, if that makes sense. I woke up in a Muslim country and I was the only Christian for many, many miles.
Yeah. How'd you feel about that?
I didn't care. Just knew we weren't going to eat no pork that day.
But on Wednesday, the Alabama House of Representatives advanced a bill that would ban the use of SNAP benefits to buy unhealthy snacks such as candy, sugary sodas, and energy drinks. The legislation, SB 57, sponsored by State Senator Arthur Orr, would require the Department of Human Resources to request a waiver from the U.S. Department of Agricultural Food and Nutrition Services to exclude candy and soda from the definition of eligible food for the purposes of SNAP benefits. The waiver is a, quote, key step in ensuring that taxpayer dollars provide nutritious options that improve health outcomes within SNAP, according to the USDA.
Right.
The bill faced significant pushback from House Democrats, particularly State Reps Thomas Jackson from Thomasville, Alabama, and Wandel and Gavan one of my favorite Democrats, if Birmingham. Seriously, I like that one.
I was going to say, I think we met her before.
I don't think we've met her, but
Met her?
just after watching her for a few years.
Oh, yes.
My
The one
first
with the
impression
mayor,
was off.
yeah.
I like her a lot.
Yeah.
But anyway, in a discussion with State Representative Reed Ingram, who is carrying the bill in the House, Jackson called the bill terrible. I represent people that make $27,000 a year, and SNAP is a way of life for most of those persons in my district, Jackson stated. I'm trying to figure out where we're trying to go here in Alabama, he later said during the debate. Do we want to help people or do we want to keep oppressing them? You know, $148 is not a lot of money, and when you're going to tell a kid he can't eat potato chips and candy, you know, sometimes a piece of candy curtails hunger. I know it's not nutritious, but it keeps one from crying that I'm hungry. That's quoting.
Okay.
That's quoting Thomas Jackson. He went on to tell a story about how he'd eat popcorn and add a lot of salt, so he'd need to drink water to keep from being hungry. Jackson then quoted Matthew 25, in which Jesus stated in part, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. I would say that the emphasis on that should be what you did. Not what some massive bureaucrat did in order to, you know, pad the bottom line of the major multinational candy corporations.
Because that's what they're doing.
Yeah. In his ongoing presentation that lasted over 10 minutes before the bill was even brought to the floor, the lawmaker tied SNAP benefits to Jesus' teachings, saying it was hypocrisy that Alabama claimed to be pro-life and had executions. We care more about animals than we do people, he later asserted.
Animals are nicer than people, by the way. I prefer animals.
Depends
over
on the
people,
animal.
too.
Well, and some people are animals, you
You don't
dirty
appreciate a
dog.
good
I'm looking
cougar,
at
man?
one right now.
You don't appreciate a good cougar now and then?
No, I'm on a different life path.
No, the cougars are super effective, super efficient animal.
Oh, the cats.
Yeah.
The big cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. While debating the bill on the floor, Reed Ingram noted that approximately 64% of the people on SNAP buy soft drinks.
Yeah.
Gavan claimed the bill was a clear target for a specific demographic. She argued that more white people were on SNAP than non-white people.
Okay.
Reed Ingram
What's
said
the argument?
this isn't about color. Y'all could care less about the poor little black kids in the community. Come on, man, Gavan continued, asking when the last time he visited the poor community in his district. Ingram noted that he was homeless for several years growing up, to which Gavan said his homelessness wasn't the same as black people's homelessness. You ain't had it hard because you never woke up black, she continued as the two split hairs over homelessness. Personally, I like to refer to it as unhoused.
Unhoused, yes.
Ingram warned that failing to pass the legislation could result in a 20% loss of SNAP funding and would not improve the state's overall health. The bill ultimately passed 75 to 27, amended to add energy drinks that aren't tea or coffee based. The legislation.
None of that needs to be on there. I don't care if it's tea or coffee based or not.
Yeah.
It's not your right to get Starbucks every day. If you could afford a Starbucks.
What about a Red Bull?
Fine. It's not your right, though, to get a Red Bull every day.
Well, I agree
if
with
you
you
want
there.
that,
You gotta get a job in talk radio and somehow survive
you
after
have
a
to
decade.
do something to earn the money to get that. It's just not given to you. I don't understand where we're getting that from.
The legislation will go to committee on the final day of the legislative session. After the vote to pass the legislation, Ingram was unsure whether the energy drinks amendment would make it through the Senate, but said he is willing to get whatever he can passed so the state can take steps to improve health and follow federal policy or else risk losing funding.
So the energy drinks are some kind of healthy or something? Why would we even give a crap if they're in the bill or not? They're the same sugar and crap that we're trying to outlaw. It's just a different version of it.
There's 22 other states that have passed something. We're probably the slackest, Ingram told the press. This is the best I could negotiate. I wanted to take out soft drinks as a whole, all soda drinks. We did not. And I wanted to take out diet drinks because, as you well know, some of the diet ingredients are probably just as bad for you as the sugar. That was the compromise. But I think that we've done what we've done today will satisfy, showing our foot forward on reform on SNAP for the state of Alabama. He added, emphasizing the need to get the people of Alabama healthy again. I still don't understand what the Jackson's point was.
Because when you're hungry, sometimes candy will keep you from being hungry.
Like this chocolate right here?
Yeah. I think science proves just the opposite.
You know what I've eaten all day?
What?
2 of those.
You know what I eaten all day?
It was about 100 calories because I'm eating good tonight.
I think I had a patty melt.
Patty melt? From where?
Up the road there. Chaps.
Oh, Chappies. Oh, great spot.
I keep forgetting no
What's up,
pumpernickel.
David Branco? What's up, Mike Costanza?
Great people.
What's
over
up,
there.
Terry?
Great folks over there.
Really good folks over there.
I just hate pumpernickel bread, and I forget not to get that on there.
You don't like pumpernickel? You like rye?
Mm-mm.
You like sourdough?
Yeah, sourdough's okay.
Sourdough's pretty
I'm
good.
pretty much just a white bread kind of guy. Give me some toast.
No, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I'm simple.
You ain't ever woke up black.
You ever had to put water in your cereal?
Oh,
all right, then you ain't ever woke up black either, have you?
Yeah, that's fair. I didn't grow up in Chisholm.
I went there for vacation. That's where our vacation home was located.
I still remember a huge black dude when I'm working Parks and Rec, messing with me, and I didn't bother me too much. And he finally looked at me, like stopped what he was trying to do, messing with me, and goes, "You ain't like that Chisholmite in my control." Well, where'd you grow up? I'm like, well, last lived in County Does. Oh, we're the ladies of the pretty flowers.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yes.
yeah, yes, sir. Goodness gracious. Like, to me, this is common sense.
It is common sense, and I get that he feels like he's standing up for his constituents, fine, but maybe expect a little bit more from your constituents. Maybe say, hey, you know what? This is unhealthy. The government's paying for it anyway. Maybe we should try to make some healthier choices. Well, they didn't do that for themselves, so they said, okay, the government's got to step in. And we just got to take it away.
He says $184 is not a lot of money. He's right.
You're right.
So, like,
how much is a Red Bull?
3 for $8.
Doesn't sound like a discount. Doesn't sound like a great deal for someone that's struggling.
Right.
And that's the other part. And this has always bothered me. If you're struggling, I hate that you're struggling. But that struggle is part of life to get you better so you don't struggle. But there's too many people that will just accept the struggle, do the very minimum, and then wait for the world to wait on them. It just doesn't happen that way. I get sick of that. The whole thing of I'm here so I deserve something. No, you don't. You deserve nothing.
And honestly, if he's going to bring up Jesus, what you need is not, you need the bread of life is what you need, actually.
Good point.
It might help with the whole community and responsibility.
That's a good idea.
It might help.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Like everlasting water, living water, eternally living water. Yeah.
And a job.
And a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go a long way with God and a job.
Yeah. Well said. For a poor child, you've turned out all right.
Oh, they're still doing the Jeffrey Epstein stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Who's not
I was
a
wondering
friend?
why Melania was doing a statement. I have never been friends with Jeffrey Epstein. The first time I crossed paths with Epstein was in the year 2000.
The year 2000.
At an event Donald and I attended together. At the time, I had never met Epstein and had no knowledge of his criminal undertakings. Numerous fake images and statements about Epstein and me have been circulating on social media for years now. Be cautious about what you believe. These images and stories are completely false. I'm not a witness or a named witness in connection with any of Epstein's crimes. My name has never appeared in court documents. The positions of victims' statements or anybody interviews surrounding the Epstein matter, never been involved in that. I have never had any knowledge of Epstein. Like, why is she doing this today, though?
That's what I was wondering, if you knew something about to drop again, or she gets, she's one that gets tired of getting bullied.
And she's been big on the whole deep fake thing. I was never on Epstein's plane. I never visited his private island. I have never been legally accused or convicted of a crime.
Can you imagine being in that spot where you feel like you got to come out and defend yourself against someone who you may or may not have known?
It'd suck.
Yeah. But let's be honest. As soon as she walks around here, she can go wipe her butt with $1,000 bills. Who cares, you know?
My attorneys and I have found this unfound and baseless lies with success and will continue to maintain my sound reputation without hesitation. Oh, so she's suing. That's what this is.
Okay, so she's going after him.
Yeah. To date, several individuals and companies have been legally obligated to publicly apologize and retract their lies about me. Such as Daily Beast, James Carville, and HarperCollins UK. Now is the time for Congress to act. Epstein was not alone. Several prominent male executives resigned from their powerful positions after this matter became widely politicized. Of course, this doesn't amount to guilt, but we still must work openly and transparently to uncover the truth. I call on Congress to provide the women who have been victimized by Epstein with the public hearings specifically centered around the survivors. Give these victims their opportunity to testify under oath in front of Congress with the power of sworn testimony. Each and every woman should have her day to tell her story in public if she wishes. And then her testimony should be permanently entered into the congressional record. Then and only then will we have the truth. Thank you. And then she walks off in a fierce manner. She used to be a model. Dadgum.
I love the fact she's coming about this, but if you remember, and I know you do.
Oh, that's interesting.
Our Congress has set up, basically money for them to give people they've done wrong, raped.
Oh, yeah.
So until that has gone away, I mean, I love the fact she's there, but come on. That ain't going to do any good. Get that
that's
out.
actually an interesting angle. You now have the First Lady calling for Congress to do more about this. Maybe they're trying to change the narrative.
That would be nice, but I don't see it.
Yeah,
Even with the addition of women.
I don't think people want the truth about this.
Yeah, I agree.
I think they want their side to win.
Sure, no matter what.
Use it. Now, there are some people that just think it's awful and, let the sky fall on anybody said. And you know what? I agree with you. But I also see how the system works. I don't think that's happening anytime
And see, that's the problem, though. Let's say you got rid of everybody, then you're just putting how many more crooks right back up there. It's awful, Joe.
Yeah, it is. Anyway, we got to hit another break. First, though, this part of the program brought to you by Alabama Home Mortgage.
Have you spoke with Madeline lately?
I texted with her the other day. Said I'd miss her. She was supposed to be here on Tuesday, but she had an
She's
appointment.
Incredibly busy.
Yeah.
Yes, she is. Spring buying season. Lots of people thinking about refinancing. Lots of veterans are thinking about moving because they're getting new orders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the lady you need to be on the phone with on a regular basis.
Just get in touch with Madeline Cannon there at Alabama Home Mortgage. And, instead of procrastinating or using like the impersonal online
it's not
calculators and different advice. No. They're not giving you good advice.
Right.
They're selling you something. In this case, what you're going to get is just great service. That's what they're selling there at Alabama Home Mortgage. Great service to help you meet your goals. So you are refinancing to get debt off your back or to make that retirement fund last. Or it could be like, I want to reinvest in the property and then add a little money to my kid's college account.
Good
and
idea.
Could be a multi-purpose thing. Yeah. And of course, if you are looking to buy, especially if you're a veteran, they have the best deals in town.
100%.
So y'all check them out today. Again, that's Alabama Home Mortgage, and they don't just serve Alabama. It's Alabama, Georgia, Florida, and Tennessee. So maybe you're moving to Florida, Tennessee, or Georgia. And
thinking about a vacation home.
Yeah, you can get ahead of the game by working with Alabama Home Mortgage here locally.
That's right.
Call them up today at 567-43. That's 567-4223. Or you can always apply online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. There is a difference in mortgage companies. Let Kim and Madeline prove that to you today. NMLS number 1586368. Equal housing lender.
Want to carry news talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
Y'all hear about all those politicians making money in the stock market?
Yeah, that Nancy Pelosi's making a killing.
Yeah, she is, and so is Coach.
Tommy Tuberville?
Yeah, he and Pelosi are making millions. Turns out old Senator Tuberville's trading ag futures while he's on the ag committee.
Wow, Tommy Tuberville's making a killing in the stock market.
Yep, just like Nancy Pelosi.
It's all just a big game to Coach Tuberville.
In 2024, Tommy Tuberville made millions trading stocks, just in 1 year.
Wonder what else there is.
So Tommy Tuberville is making millions in the stock market, all in the industries he regulates.
Tommy Tuberville's great at making millions for himself.
Now I want to know.
Just how much money did Tommy Tuberville and Nancy Pelosi make for themselves in the stock market?
Why don't we ask him? Let's call Tommy Tuberville. Ask him how much money he made himself in the stock market.
And tell him, for us, it's not a game.
This advertisement is paid for by the Alabama Leadership Fund.
This is your roving reporter, and today I'm talking with a political activist.
That's right, man.
And could you please explain to us your red cap with the letters MMRGA?
Yeah, man, this is my MARGA hat.
MARGA?
Yeah, man, that stands for Make My Retirement Great Again.
I see.
And to do that, what you need to do is call David Ernest,
the asset preservationist.
That's right, man. You can call David at 833-596-7233. That's 833-596-SAFE.
And I understand that's a toll-free number.
Yeah, man. Get David Ernest on the case, and your retirement will be great again.
And you make these hats?
I do. Here's a whole pile left from the last administration.
And they say CPWABD.
Yeah, man. Corn Pop was a bad dude.
And as you said, there's a whole pile here.
Well, there wasn't much demand.
I can dig it.
At Blue Water Broadcasting, we believe great advertising starts with relationships. That's why so many local business owners trust us, not just for radio, but for digital too. If you're already running digital advertising and you're not seeing results, it may be time to explore your option. Our team takes the time to understand your business, then builds custom campaigns using a multi-channel conversion-focused approach. So whether it's digital display, social media, or you need help increasing your online presence, Blue Water Broadcasting can help. Before your next campaign, let's have a conversation. Visit bluewaterbroadcasting.com.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
Rich Thomas weather brought to you by M&M Outdoors. Book your stay today at MNMcampground.com for relaxation at its best. It's easy to find and hard to leave. M&M Outdoors, your home away from home.
Well, hi, everybody. I'm happy to say the news is very good through the weekend and beyond. I mean, we need the rain, but I like the fact that we are storm-free. Tonight, mostly clear skies, low temperature down to about 50. Tomorrow, the great pattern continues. Friday's high up near 80 with plenty of sunshine. We're in the low 80s on Saturday, mid 80s on Sunday with more sun. And this pattern extends into at least the early part of next week. Great for whatever you have planned. From the National Tropical Weather Conference, Rich Thomas for Blue Water Broadcasting.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Delray to Publix.
Live local talk. The River Region's only 24-hour News Talk FM station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Now, you sent me a thing. Another local story, if you will.
Yeah.
That has to do with a gentleman, who might very well be a guest soon.
Oh, yeah?
Jamel Jermaine Brown. He's running,
right.
and you got a sample ballot. He's on the ballot.
on the ballot.
Who's he running against?
There's several Democrats on there.
Let's see. Okay, there's Will Boyd, Jamel J. Brown, Yolanda Rochelle Flowers, Doug Jones.
Dougie's on there.
Seems like an innocent guy. It's just, I like, can we get something interesting, not more liberal boomer stuff?
You remember when he won?
Yeah.
I've probably told this story before. So he came, we were at a restaurant with my mom, and I said, "Oh, here comes Doug Jones." And Mom was, "I do not want to see that man." I was like, "What, Mama?"
I'm sorry.
He's Democrat, this, that, and the other. Well, he comes around and shakes her hand, and I told her, I go, "You know what? You just guaranteed his win." And sure enough, he won. She was so dick.
Yeah, sort of. I think Doug's a nice enough guy.
Yeah,
you could pray with him. You could tell old tales with him. He's a very smart guy. But yeah, I'm like, yes.
I just don't see any new ideas, no fresh blood coming out there.
And then Chad Chig Martin. Some reason I feel uncomfortable saying that name.
Chad
Chig
Martin. Okay, I gotta look that up.
I think he's like country boy.
Oh well, hey, all right.
And then Nate Mathis, running for governor there and then Philip Insler. I forgot about Phil.
Yeah, Phil's.
Thought he was moving to New York City. I guess he's running for lieutenant governor.
He got a chance to run again. So.
And then Daryl Perryman is running against Phil Insler in the Democratic primary there.
Okay.
And for U.S. Senate, Dakari Lariat, Kyle Sweetser, Everett West, Paul S. Wheeler II. Why isn't it Paul S. Wheeler Jr.?
Because he's the second. I think that means there's already been a junior.
So the second is actually the third in the line?
I think so. I could be way wrong, but I think so. I don't do with all those high classy names.
Doesn't make any sense. Like if you're the second, you're a junior. And then if you're the third with that name, Mark S. Wheeler.
You're the first, you're going to name your son after you, so he'd be the junior. And then
it would be Mark S. Wheeler the second.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Did you ever think about naming your son completely after you?
Joey, I wanted to go with LL Cool J. Never forget that.
What's that stand for, actually?
Ladies love Cool James.
Actually, wouldn't have been a bad name.
I agree 1,000%.
Mm-hmm. Ladies, I'm talking to you, sir. Here. And but Jamel Brown's running for governor.
I hope to have him. I'm going to call him up again tonight.
And I'm seeing this Facebook post you put out, or that he put out that you sent to me. And he says, "Yes, when I become governor of Alabama, I will host the first biggest cookout at the mansion."
Are you going to go?
Actually, that sounds pretty awesome.
I would go.
Yes, I will host barbecues, game nights, GNO. What's GNO?
I don't know.
Oh.
Gin and juice or something? GNO.
No, gin and juice. No.
GNO. I don't know.
We're showing our
gin and juice. Laid back. Mind on my money and money on my mind.
Pool parties.
We got a pool over there?
You could always install an above ground one.
Do we have a pool at the governor's mansion?
I don't know. I've never been.
We went in junior high school, I think, as a tour, but I don't remember a pool.
Christmas parties. Now they do Christmas
they do
parties.
pretty good Christmas
parties.
They're
kind of uptight.
Yeah. You get disinvited every once in a while.
Thanksgiving parties. Halloween parties.
Ooh, that's going to be lit.
What was that?
That's going to be lit.
That's going to be lit. All right. Bet.
No cap.
Dead ass. Yeah. R&B Thursday nights.
I think we can bring our blankets.
Wasted Wednesdays.
Wasted Wednesday.
Country music nights. And with your boots on, get the cowboy boots out.
Wasted Wednesdays.
Work Tuesdays.
Yeah, that's going to be the one I'm at.
And more. We're going to make Alabama fun, too, seriously. I want you to bring out the City Girls and Glorilla. Pull up for the performance. I'm just reading this post.
Is he going to have the honeybees there?
What is your thing with the honeybees over there at A's?
Have you not noticed the honeybees? They are a
Not
lovely...
really, honestly.
What is wrong
Other
with
than
you?
what you've brought up.
And you still haven't caught on yet?
I kind of get it, but
I mean, they
like,
got some great rhythm. They could probably teach us how to dance.
no, I don't think that's in the cards for me.
Oh.
Maybe for you.
I got a thing. GNO is Girls' Night Out.
Girls' Night Out.
Thank you, Mark.
Mark Cumbie with the.
If we had a
the
pool, I've got a feeling Jamel would open it up to the public. If we had a pool at the governor's mansion. Now I really want to go. I'm going to fly my drone over see if we got a pool.
Then you sent me another thing that he put out.
95%?
Yeah, breaking news. I've been informed that I have 95% of Alabama support to projected to win the popular vote in Alabama, at least in the Democratic primary on May the 19th.
Okay.
I like this guy. I'm just letting Eddie answer the phone be our segment here. But I really do want to know if it's Twerk Tuesdays, like how much twerk can we do it? Or do you, if you show
Well,
up,
I'm an
people
older
have to
guy,
twerk?
so I'm thinking my twerking is going to be limited just a couple minutes, if even that.
Yeah, I don't think you should do it at all.
I don't know. You saw that video of me trying to twerk, and that didn't work out very well. Although we did sell that land.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So maybe it did something.
Yeah.
R&B Thursdays, I'd be down with that.
I'd be down with that. I feel like I take a blanket, go sit on the grass, kind of just chill
Wasted Wednesdays, a lot of folks, that'll bring people together.
They're going to have to cut the free drinks off in the third inning, or there's going to be some fights.
Anyway, let's go to East of the Rockies. Hey, East, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. It sounds to me like Jamal's got Alice Cooper as a campaign manager. I want to be elected, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Is that a little before your time there, Joe? I don't know.
Yeah,
that's
slightly. Yeah, Doug Jones would have got it. I'll put it that way.
Joe, I got it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Alice said something about a wild party, and I just thought, wow, this cat, I mean, his dance card's going to be full with all that activity.
Jamel Jermaine Brown is the name on the ballot. And folks, maybe you're bored voting for Republicans. Go vote because we're having this fight over closed primaries.
Yeah.
It's not going to get done by the 19th.
Ooh, yes.
So if you're bored voting in Republican primaries, you could cross over and vote for Jamel Jermaine Brown for governor for Democrats.
Not the worst idea.
It just makes me wonder if maybe he has like a Rat Pack group of friends that would all be standing around in tuxedos.
Oh, yeah.
With untied bow ties and, nursing drinks. I mean, this cat sounds like he is all business.
Follow his Facebook page. You'll get to know him real well.
And he claims to be a pastor?
Yes,
Reverend or pastor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know there are a lot of paths, but it's a pretty narrow gate at a certain point.
I think you're right there, buddy.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, he's certainly got a lot of boxes checked, it sounds like. So,
Oh, definitely.
We'll depend on you guys to let us know what he's up to.
Oh, yeah, sure. He might be joining the show
I hope so.
next week, week after.
Wednesday, yeah.
All right. Hey, thanks a lot. We'll talk to you soon.
See you, Ace. Be careful, bud.
This part of the program brought to you by Montgomery Men's Health. If you're just feeling awful.
Yeah.
Like you're a man and you don't feel like a man. And you're a little frustrated with how you've lost your confidence across the board, throughout life.
Downtrodden.
Yes.
Yeah.
Downtrodden is the word for it.
Yeah.
So if you're dealing with these sorts of issues, gentlemen, you need to get by Montgomery Men's Health, powered by Men's Pro. I've been telling folks about Montgomery Men's Health for years now.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm a client, and it works beautifully.
That's right.
Whatever problems you might have. And what I like about them, they've been doing this for years themselves, and it's not like these fly-by-night places that pop up and go out of business, or like the online things where you do a chat bot and they're throwing just a bunch of pills at you.
That's all they're doing.
Without really talking to you, getting to know you.
Yep.
No, instead, you work personally with urologists and the providers there at Montgomery Men's Health. They run labs and build a plan around you. No, like one size fits all. It's going to be a tailored, bespoke plan for you. And of course, a lot of guys, after they go through these treatments, feel brand new, decades younger. And it's, of course, low testosterone treatment, ED treatment, but other sort of weight loss strategies, as well as the peptide game. You want to get on it, like
That's
NAD
right.
Plus or Samorelin. And the results speak for themselves. Over
Yes, they do.
92% of men respond to treatment. And most guys, after they get the treatment, start feeling better, say they wish they had come in to Montgomery Men's Health sooner. So get by there right now, make an appointment. Your lab panel and consultation are just $99. Call them up at 334-440-3663 to make that appointment. That's 440-3663. Or you can always go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Montgomery Men's Health. For every man in every season of life.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Lunch should be comforting and done right. At Epicure and Jack's Tavern, their meat and three is scratch made to order, not scooped from a steam table. Real cooking. Real portions. And for guests 60 and over, it's just $10.99. It's familiar food, elevated, served with care. Lunch at Epicure and Jack's Tavern. Classic Southern comfort, a step above the rest.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
On FM, on your smartphone, and online, the River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go to the phones. Well, thanks, man. Let's go to Sam. Hey, Sam, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thank you for taking my call, Joey. Mr. Eddie?
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing great. I'm up here out in the sunshine. Just had lunch on a strip here in Troy. I'm looking at a wreck. Somebody had some bad luck.
Yeah.
The intersection block.
By the
Yeah.
way, Jay sent me a text a while ago that said 65 is just done.
Yeah. 65 north?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is the main drag right through Troy.
Oh, yeah.
It's wall to wall. I've literally fired at they just pulled some people out, cars on his side.
Oh boy.
Yeah, bad luck. But the fire rescue got there quick. And oh, okay. The guys, I was just having a little last minute fun, but I was going to. I'm a junior.
Okay.
Sam such and such junior, and I can remember being in elementary school the first time I met a third. But the whole second and third, that's just personal preference.
So if you're a junior,
can you also be?
You could have been Sam's blah 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 the second.
Oh yeah, and it looks weird when you write it down. Okay.
Right.
So yeah. Junior's good. Junior's solid. Junior is proper, Southern gentleman all the way.
Especially down
south.
Apparently, there's a guy running for the Republic. I'm looking at my sample ballot here. A guy named Dale Shelton Diaz, spelled D-E-A-S, Junior. And I didn't even know that guy's running for U.S. Senate for a Republican.
Well, see, he's trying to assimilate. He's getting that Southern thing.
Throwing that junior in there.
God bless him.
Marketing,
good
baby.
luck in his career. Yeah. All right, listen, one last thing. When we were training in Europe back in the 80s, the big thing was every year they had a reforger. It's when all the we'd get a lot of anyway, but everything Uncle Sam, everybody that was working for Uncle Sam would team up and just train like crazy. And just like the armored, anyways, the engineers, we had everybody had an assessment agent, is what it was.
Yep.
Assessment agent would follow you around. They had a clipboard. And yeah, man, and the way it worked, if we killed a chicken, the farmer would be repaid for the chicken and any potential future profit of the chicken.
Oh wow!
So it was man, tank in the house. It's inconvenient, but man, when that check comes, it'll be nice. But that's the way that worked. And like I said, the Europeans. Man, it's been great. It has been great. One thing about America was we're just such a rich country, and we have pumped money all over the world. And I think that's the stress we're seeing now is that everybody's getting a check. Nobody wants to be cut off. Now I'm just streamer conscious.
Just cut them off. I'm tired of it. Tired of the world being on the U.S. government.
But,
well, and I'm looking at the sample ballot again, and we have a third on here, gentlemen.
A third?
Yeah, for District Court Judge, Elmore County, Place 2, Dwight Trey M. Richardson III. Trey is spelled Tray, and I'm sure some of Trey's friends are looking at this ballot going, wait, Trey's name's Dwight?
I've seen his signs in Elmore County. I'm actually familiar with that person.
Yeah, but how do you get, Trey's a good, strong, colloquial name.
Dwight is a very strong name.
I don't know, but you go by Trey your whole life, and then people find out your real name's Dwight?
Well, there's going to be some. I guarantee his buddies knew growing up. Somebody slipped it out.
Dwight the Third.
Yeah. Hey, Dwight.
Dwight the Third. Oh, another thing, guys, I'm one of them. These sleeves of colas. I buy my diet drinks with the Snap, and you have to, man. This stuff's expensive.
But do you think it's kind of expensive because they know a lot of people are buying it with free money?
They know, and people. There's no telling how many retirements. People have invested in Coca-Cola stock. And, if this goes through, I remember Ohio did this for a while, and I ought to take some time and see how that turned out.
Can't say it would be bad.
Pardon?
I can't say it would turn out bad. I don't.
Oh no, man! Listen, the truth is, we just want the money. Okay.
Yep.
Just put the money on the card. But trying to legislate morality. It is sad. You will see. You don't have to. Anyway, you'll see it. A cart loaded down some mom and her kids, and it's just drinks and absolute crap. And hey, that's their decision.
Ain't that America?
Yeah.
All right, Sammy. Well, it was good hollering at you, brother.
Listen. Oh, man, that intersection's still blocked. All right, listen, thank y'all. Thank y'all
Later,
so much.
man.
See you, bro, Hims.
Yeah, we got a couple of statewide
Republican?
amendments. This is the Republican.
Yeah, I
blue
wanted
ones
to
are
go over the
Republican.
statewide amendments with you.
Yeah, I mean, we can.
Just kind of curious about those.
The first state, well, we got to hit a break.
Okay, break it. Come back fresh.
I know y'all are waiting with bated breath for us to read the statewide amendment, so y'all hold your horses. That's called a T.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. European leaders remained on the sidelines today of the U.S.-Israel war with Iran, but did try to make their voices heard to help shore up a shaky ceasefire, quell fighting in Lebanon, and reopen the Strait of Hormuz. The war has put Europe in an uneasy position, trying to maintain its support for the U.S. as a key NATO ally and also withstand occasional blowback from President Trump for not joining in the fight and helping out in the Strait of Hormuz. Financial markets have been moving cautiously a day after surging on optimism about the new ceasefire. And despite some questions about that truce, things are still booming today on Wall Street. Not quite as much as yesterday, but the Dow at this hour up by 301 points. The Nasdaq is up 107. A key measure of inflation stayed high in February before the war even began. Today's report largely a warm-up for the more important inflation data set to be released tomorrow. This is SRN News.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-583-0141. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-583-0141. That's 800-583-0141.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Wiley Sanders Truck Lines is offering right now a $2,500 bonus just to sign up and drive for a God-friendly family for truckers. Call Wiley Sanders. You'll get a $2,500 sign-on bonus right now.
Well, hi, everybody. I'm happy to say the news is very good through the weekend and beyond. I mean, we need the rain, but I like the fact that we are storm-free. Tonight, mostly clear skies, low temperature down to about 50. Tomorrow, the great pattern continues. Friday's high up near 80 with plenty of sunshine. We're in the low 80s on Saturday, mid-80s on Sunday with more sun. And this pattern extends into at least the early part of next week. Great for whatever you have planned. From the National Tropical Weather Conference, Rich Thomas for Blue Water Broadcasting.
CB&S Bank, serving families and communities since 1906. Proud to be named 16th best performing bank nationally in their asset category by American Banker. Learn more at cbsbank.com. CB&S Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
1819 News.
The Alabama House has passed a bill that would ban certain items from being covered by benefits within the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. The items that would not be paid for by SNAP would include junk food, candy, soda, and energy drinks. SB 57 was offered by State Senator Arthur Orr. It requires the Alabama Department of Human Resources to apply for a waiver from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, which funds the SNAP program. Democrats in the Alabama House are opposed to the bill, calling it terrible and calling Republicans hypocrites for wanting to take away candy from hungry people who are on the program. This bill has already passed the state Senate, so it now heads to the governor's desk for signature. 22 other states have already passed similar legislation. I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Did you know that 70% of people experience a potentially traumatic event in their lifetime, and that 6 out of every 100 adults face PTSD every day? Help us bring hope to these survivors by signing up for your Alabama Distinctive PTSD Awareness License Plate today. The great thing is you can sign up no matter when your current plate renews, and the first year is complimentary. All you need is your VIN number on hand. Drive awareness, drive hope, and customize your plate today at atease.org.
Governor Ivey has signed a bill into law that is designed to increase safety at camps throughout the state. The Sarah Marsh Heaven 27 Camp Safety Act requires staff to develop an evacuation and safety plan for a variety of natural disasters. The bill is offered in honor of 8-year-old Sarah Marsh of Mountain Brook, who died last year in flash flooding in Texas when she was at summer camp. The Alabama Court of Criminal Appeals has upheld a lower court's decision to not overturn a death sentence for Roderick Byrd in the triple homicide conviction he received in 2007. Byrd has been legally seeking relief from his capital murder conviction and death sentence since 2012. The death sentence against Byrd is from the 2005 fatal shooting of 3 people at a Birmingham hotel. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number 1 in the number 2 business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
A new year brings new opportunities, and right now the market is starting to shift.
Interest rates are beginning to come down, which means more buying power and more options for buyers who've been waiting.
If you're thinking about buying a home, this could be the moment to take that next step.
And whether you're buying, selling, or investing, having experience on your side matters more than ever.
At Hannah and Eddie Realty Group, we're also growing our team.
If you're an experienced agent ready to make a difference in this market and want to be part of a team that values knowledge, support, and results, call Hannah and Eddie Realty Group, where opportunity meets experience.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. One more hour to go in the show.
I just see that, man. I can visualize that. I can visualize that being played. It's just.
Oh, yeah, man. Anyway, a bill that would allow voters to amend the state constitution to mandate a daily pledge of allegiance and student-led voluntary prayer time in Alabama schools has passed the Senate.
Okay.
All right. Passed Senate without hours-long theatrics it faced in House by the Democrats.
Wow.
Huh. Sometimes you just have to look at what are the arguments and what are the real fights. People on my side, as I went back to my colleagues and asked about that bill, they just decided, hey, there needs to be more prayer in schools. They weren't going to be up against prayer today, so I didn't conduct them to do that. They took the votes. They are all elected by the people, and they made their vote, so I'm proud of the vote they made, said the Senate Minority Leader Bobby Singleton. Huh. Once signed by the governor, the bill would then go before voters to amend the Constitution. The bill would require local boards of education to adopt policies requiring each public K-12 school to conduct the Pledge of Allegiance to the United States flag each day, to authorize local boards of education to adopt policies allowing student-initiated and student-led prayer to be conducted in public K-12 schools, and to provide for the report and investigation of violations.
Okay. So, question.
Yeah.
I'm in 7th grade. I'm from Iran.
Yeah.
I'm for whatever reason, I'm here. When I don't want to stand up and say the pledge, what's going to happen?
Oh, I think you're probably going to be fine.
I hope so. Because there are, honest to God, there
probably
are some.
would need to stand up, but like you start doing some Kaepernick crap.
No, yeah. There's going to be issues.
Right.
But I think this is a great
Which is,
deal.
by the way, I always think of Theo Vaughn. The nickname for Colin Kaepernick, the Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks.
Pretty good.
Which I don't know if you've seen Theo lately. He did an interview with Ella Langley.
Yeah.
Dude, they'd make the greatest couple. Yeah. She is something else.
What an angel.
Beautiful woman. But he even told her one time, Ella, and when the way he said it, you could kind of see her heart melt just a little bit.
Yeah, he'll screw it up somehow. Just knowing him,
But I'm the mean girl. Okay. All right.
No, just knowing him. He's like got self-sabotage written all over him, and those matters. He's a brilliant talent. Love his stand-up, love his podcast.
But he's first
truly
to admit,
like heartfelt man. But
he's the first to admit he has many struggles.
Yeah, he is. Theo was the one who did this with Trump.
Is cocaine a stronger up?
Yeah. Cocaine
So you're way up with cocaine more than anything else you can think of.
Cocaine will turn you into a damn owl, homie. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe he shouldn't be around Ella Langley after all.
About to say, man. Told you. Okay, so the amendments, statewide amendments on, I've got my sample ballot here.
All right.
The text of the statewide ballot measure, including sponsors, co-sponsors, sponsored by Will Barfoot, Senator Barfoot.
Okay.
Is number one, proposing an amendment to Section 16 of the Constitution of Alabama 2022 to provide for additional offenses that would allow a judge to deny bail under certain circumstances.
Give the examples of some of those circumstances.
Here's a plain language summary of it.
Okay.
Currently, a judge may deny bail to a person charged with the following crimes: capital murder, kidnapping in the first degree, rape in the first degree, sodomy in the first degree, sexual torture, domestic violence in the first degree, human trafficking in the first degree, arson in the first degree, robbery in the first degree, terrorism, and aggravated child abuse. If approved, this amendment would allow a judge to also deny bail to a person charged with solicitation, attempt, or conspiracy to commit murder. The amendment would also allow a judge to deny bail to a person charged with shooting or discharging a firearm, explosive, or other weapon into an occupied dwelling, building, railroad locomotive or car, aircraft, automobile, truck, or watercraft. If the majority of voters vote yes on Amendment 1, the Alabama Constitution will be changed. If they vote no, it will not be changed. There are no costs or taxes associated with the amendment. Constitutional authority for passage of Amendment 1 is set forth in accordance with Section 284 and 285 of the Constitution of Alabama 2022 and blah, 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 blah.
I like it on the surface.
Yeah, I'm going to vote yes.
Why did we suddenly need to do this? What
no, I'm going to vote yes on this because, well, the little police we do have here in Montgomery, like they go arrest somebody and say they arrest them after they figure out that's the guy who shot into a building or shot into a car. And right now, unless they're charged with those other ones I just listed,
they can let them out, right?
Yeah, they just get on out.
They seem to be the regular kind of.
Instead, this
thing
would
we're doing.
empower. Now, then you got to hope the judges actually use the new empowerment, the new tool they're being given by
I
this
forgot
amendment.
about that. Yeah, it's up to their.
Yeah, I think the judges need as many tools in their toolbox to make sure really bad folks that aren't behaving right and continue not to behave right. No, you're staying put.
Well, you brought up a good point though. When it's already, you can deny bail for murder, murder one, all the.
Mhm.
When's the last time you heard somebody denied bail for any of those, Joey?
That's a good question. You want to do number 2?
You better do.
Amendment number 2. This will be on again. I'm looking at a sample ballot for the primary elections of May 19th.
May 19th. Okay.
Proposing an amendment to Section 160 of the Constitution of Alabama 2022 to provide that compensation received by a district attorney may not be diminished during his or her term of office. Here's the plain language of
Okay.
it. The term of office for a district attorney is 6 year.
Okay.
If approved, this amendment would ensure that a district attorney's salary cannot be reduced during the term of office that he or she was appointed or elected to fill. If the majority of voters votes yes on Amendment 2, it'll be changed. If no, it won't be changed. It being the Constitution, no cost or tax associated with it.
It would be cost though, wouldn't it? I mean, if we decide
No, not necessarily, because
the
you're
last
already
year-
budgeted.
Yeah, but if the
for a
last
term.
year you were in office, we was going to bust your pay down a couple thousand a year.
Yeah. Well, why are you busting their pay? Are you strong arming the DA because you don't like that he's going after your buddies over at City Hall?
No, it's my buddies at the dog track.
My buddies at the Waterworks Board. I'm just throwing things
I don't
out there.
have-
I'm not accusing anybody in
It
it.
just seems common sense again with that there. Once you hire the DA as a DA, you
Going
can't-
after that white water park.
I don't.
How's that doing?
Well, I see a lot of promotions for it. I'm going to go down.
I
this
think
summer.
a lot of people enjoy it.
I'm sure they have. I'm going to go down this summer at least one time.
Yeah, you get your tan on.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Working on it.
Natural way or different way?
Well, whatever it takes, Joey.
Whatever it takes. Must be hard being you.
Oh, you don't even know the half of them.
Yeah. So those are the only 2.
But honestly, both of them seem a little common sensey. But I'm not a big fan of changing the Alabama Constitution all the time. Mainly because I don't trust our politicians. Because last time I checked, we were allowed to have legal marijuana here for medical. And
By the way, Ken McFeeters is running against Tuberville in the Republican primary. And then another guy named, quote unquote, Alabama Will Santavashi.
what a who?
Santavashi.
Alabama Will Santavashi. I got to look that up. That is his real name.
He's going by Alabama. Y'all vote for Alabama governor.
Alabama running for governor.
No, I think Tuberville's going to have that run
Yeah,
away.
I'm pretty sure.
Anyway.
Now, do you look forward to Tuberville? You think he's going to come in town and make some sudden changes?
I'm not
or-
getting my hopes up too much
Yeah.
because, the
Politicians are politicians.
Yeah. But no, I think he genuinely wants to change some stuff up in a
I
good
hope
way.
so.
So
I hope so, man.
we'll see. Clean house in a lot of different
exactly. I think we need some of that.
legislation protecting school choice participants from discrimination in athletics going to Ivy for signature. Remember how the Alabama High School Association, Athletic Association, was creating a new rule all of a sudden? Really throw a wrench in the gear.
They're kind of creating their own rules. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Reel them back in.
Just seeing what else maybe is passed. I'm looking for Montgomery, the one that would affect police levels, SB 298, but I'm not seeing
You don't see it on there?
No, not seeing anything yet. The Senate passes overtime deduction, 2-month grocery tax holiday. They're still considering the closed session bills, closed primary bills at the close, the last day here of the session. Yeah, I'm not seeing
No gambling? It's the last day of the session,
It's
Joe.
the end of the quadrennium.
Can't throw no gambling in today?
I just love, by the way, how that's an argument. It's the end of the quadrennium, son. Like, if somebody asks you about Alabama politics and you don't know anything that you're doing, just say something like that. It's the second year of the quadrennium. What do you think we're going to do?
Oh, okay.
You don't do that in the first year of the quadrennium.
Why?
Right. Just a fun thing to say. Yeah, sometimes there's some truth to it. But
Yes, there
like,
is.
even if you don't understand it at all, just learn to say the word quadrennium.
Quadrennium.
Which means, 4 years. And Quad.
So I want not extra cheese on my pizza. I want quadrinium on my pizza.
I thought we were going to a Cinco Drini. 272-9228. It's 334-272-9228.
They let James Carville back out of his cage again.
Why?
James Carville predicts Trump won't be president by next year, and he threatens Democratic retribution.
Yeah, man. You want to learn why people are eating mini clay pots on TikTok?
Mini clay pots?
Mini clay pots.
I have no idea.
Like little
Yeah.
vessels that you can,
Why?
Yeah, well, the latest trend taking over TikTok might leave you scratching your head or picking dirt out of your teeth. Who wrote this? Mackenzie Beard. Okay, Miss Beard. I'm sure in New York you're very popular.
Everybody needs a job.
Anyway, viral video show. No, but it'd just be classic if like some closeted gay guy literally married a woman named Miss Beard. Mackenzie.
That makes perfect sense.
Anyway.
Perfect sense.
Viral video show users filling miniature clay pots with lime juice, dusting them in tahine. Isn't that what you put on your
Tajin?
Tahine.
Is it red stuff?
The Tajin.
Yeah, that's good. I like that stuff.
Yeah, you put it on your elote?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know some words. And eating them while whole, like a crunchy, earthy snack. What?
No.
The trend was sparked by content creator Janeth Herrera, who began craving dirt during her recent pregnancy. Let's have a late night snack, the new mom said in one clip, popping the tiny clay vessel into her mouth and closing her eyes in delight. Man, that was so good.
Oh, man.
Her videos, which have racked up millions of views, have divided the internet, with a number of viewers seriously intrigued and sharing new cravings of their own. I want this so bad, one user admitted. No, he doesn't. He's just saying that.
Yeah.
Everyone judging in the comments, but I low-key want to try it, confessed another. Were you out of chips? One asked.
Well, haven't you seen in the stores, Joey, the white chunks of dirt, Alabama dirt, that you can buy and some people do eat?
Yeah, well, and craving non-food substances like clay is known as pica, which I've heard about in cats.
Yeah.
Not people, but sometimes associated with iron deficiency or other nutrient gaps, especially during pregnancy. So she doesn't have enough iron. While Herrera said her doctor double-checked her iron levels, and they came back normal, Shapiro noted that standard labs don't always tell the full story. We're getting to the bottom of this. For example, someone could have normal hemoglobin.
Yes.
What about in the final year of the quadrennium? But still have low iron stores, a suboptimal nutrient status that may contribute to cravings. That's why a more comprehensive assessment is often helpful. And there's a cultural practice, apparently, according to Dr. Allison Herman, 2 N's, psychiatrist in New York. There's a cultural practice called geophagia among some indigenous Mexican, African, and South American communities, where eating mineral-rich dirt or clay is believed to have spiritual or healthy benefits.
I ain't eaten no dirt since like 6th grade.
But there's a major caveat. Geophagia can be risky, especially for pregnant women.
Dude, eating dirt in general. You know, it's been peed on and pooped on, but probably before you ate it many a time.
There have been worms in there and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go on. One, you're on there. Who's this?
This is Gary.
Hey, Gary.
Just a heads up on traffic. It looks like somebody's flipped a car over into the southbound lane of the Troy Highway, right there close to the entrance to Regency Park.
Okay.
Cars flipped over in the left-hand lane at the southbound side.
Okay.
Well, there's all kinds of traffic out there today.
Anybody that's going south on the Troy Highway needs to be aware of that.
Yeah, and I think 65 North is still a parking lot, too.
Yep.
Daggone. Well,
yes, it is.
Two major arteries there. Well,
That's true. I don't know if anybody's heard or not. I couldn't tell when I went by.
Okay.
Well, I appreciate it, man.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now, here's another story where I'm like, okay, let me double check this.
Yeah? Is it that bad?
What's the deal with the female pastor thing? And here's why I'm saying this.
Please do. Let's elaborate.
Hey,
Men are
this
closer
was,
to
by
God
the way,
than women?
and-
Is that where we're going with this?
I'm not going to go into the whole thing. No, there are many beautiful sisters and mothers and nuns, essentially, in the faith I'm in. But and there are a lot of very beautiful, insightful, prayerful women. I think old ladies of all denominations are keeping the world better than it probably should have gone to hell by now, if not for old lady prayers.
Okay, I'll agree with you on that.
I'm just saying sometimes when like there's a certain role that the
Ooh, now we're into gender roles.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Like I want a priest, not a witch. Anyway. Whew. Why do I say that?
Yes.
You think I'm saying it not without cause?
I know you're saying it with cause.
A United Kingdom pastor. A United Kingdom UK pastor has been charged with manslaughter after a grandfather of 7 drowned during a home baptism.
Oh, goodness.
And she allegedly recorded a video saying she saw him dancing with Jesus. She's a witch.
Oh, my God.
She's a witch.
Yeah.
Cheryl Bartley, 48, was live streaming a ceremony in October 2023 for Robert Smith, who was 61, on the Facebook page of her Life-Changing Ministries, according to Telegraph. The stream suddenly cut out as Smith, a born-again believer who has Parkinson's disease, was being baptized in a kid's paddling pool in the house in Birmingham. Or is it Birmingham?
Birmingham, England.
Yeah, Birmingham. Emergency services were called, but the grandfather of 7 was already dead. A post-mortem revealed he died from drowning. The pastor later recorded a video about the death, saying that she saw Smith in heaven, quote-unquote, dancing with Jesus.
Because you sit in there.
She's been charged with gross negligence, manslaughter, an offense which carries a sentencing ranging between 1 and 18 years on average in the UK, and is set to appear in Birmingham Magistrates Court on May the 14th.
Dude.
Smith was originally from Jamaica, but had lived in the UK for 25 years.
You just started out with that, I could have.
Oh, no, that's the guy who died. He was a barber in Brixton, London, according to The Guardian. Wanted to be baptized, christened again.
I just don't...
He had already been baptized,
pool.
but wanted a new ceremony to become a born-again believer. That is awful.
Well, you've seen, I know we've all seen videos of people getting baptized, and you can tell they're afraid of water or caught up in that moment. But I thought you have a more delicate way of doing
Also,
it.
you don't have to do the full dunk. I mean, there's something charming about it.
You do the full
You
dunk.
don't have to do the full dunk.
You tell me they put my head underwater for nothing?
Yeah, they could have just poured water over your head and baptized you in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy
They're
Spirit.
probably scared what would have happened. What about the Catholic way? You don't believe in the full?
I think some dunk, but
Yeah.
like they have big pools. But it's not necessary to baptize somebody with water.
Okay. I mean,
Like I saw it just happen at the Easter Vigil, and they have a baptismal font at the front of the church, and so like the person leans their head down over the font, and they pour water over their head.
oh, okay, I got you.
And then anoint them with chrism.
I'd rather have the whole go swimming thing myself. You just walk around.
You
with
want
my
that
head.
scene like in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, where all of a sudden you just run to the river.
Yeah, what's wrong
I
with doing
go
the
down
river?
to the
Yeah.
river to pray.
What's wrong with that? Is that
Mhm.
is that okay?
No, actually, that's a very charming
Okay, I
scene.
thought so.
Yeah.
No, but in the Catholic world, is that okay? Is that,
I was a baby when mine happened, all right? I don't really remember.
and
Yeah, it was fine.
your
I
father-
think it stuck, actually, given recent things that have happened.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. But now in the church you're in, when you redevote yourself back to God, is there any kind of big ceremony with that?
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah, not really. Okay. It's more like people are very happy.
Oh no, I know. I just didn't know like if there's
But
a
like, and welcome home sort of thing.
yeah.
But like, just got to confess.
No, that's good.
Anyway, that's a crazy story.
It's very crazy.
Like,
Well,
wholesome, good
no
man.
crazier than the lady over the weekend who stabbed her daughter to death because she didn't want to get possessed by Elon Musk.
What?
Yeah, in Texas, of all places.
What? How does that put 2 and 2 together for me?
Well, the lady was crazy, and she was worried her daughter was going to get possessed by Elon Musk, so she stabbed her to death. A 13-year-old daughter, I believe it was. Yeah.
It's awful. That's terrible. Man. Hey, would you ever think about getting like baptized again?
Yeah.
You sure at the last year of this quadrennium that you're going to do something?
No,
like
I thought
that?
about it. But here's my issue, and probably expose them too much, but so what? Here's my issue. I don't like a hypocrite.
Oh yeah.
I can't openly live with myself and be the way that I am and then pretend to be a Christian at the same time.
I'll put it this way, man.
I have my own
no, and
struggles.
I know we're okay. No, and actually that there's a lot of honesty, and that is the seeds of not blooming some integrity right there. Like you're like, I live a certain way, and I don't want to pretend like I don't live
can't.
that way. And
I see too many people do it. I can't do that.
I get what you mean. But I often, because you look at history, especially the Catholic Church, and you're like, there's a lot of evil, hypocritical stuff that went on at some of the highest levels. And I'm like, yeah, that makes me believe more. This has lasted this long, and despite how awful people can be.
Yeah, but I can't.
And keep in mind, folks, when you think whatever denomination, the pastor, the minister, or the priest, or whatever is a hypocrite, like keep in mind that's like the dark force's favorite target.
Agreed. But I also feel like I can have have had a strong relationship with God without having to, express it with others. I know that's what you're supposed to do, but I'm a very personal person when it comes to God.
I'll work on it. Get you into the fullness of the truth.
Well, I've got some questions for you. Why some things God did to me? Maybe I'm still working through that.
Actually, trials are often a way of...
Quit bringing it back to it can be fixed, Joey. I just want to be miserable. Let me be miserable.
No, you don't have to be miserable. That you can have a truly changed heart.
I had a changed life.
Yeah,
Dude, you
in
don't
fact,
know how much my life has
you
changed.
consider your current sufferings all joy. And that, bad things that happen to you, in fact, are a crucible that makes you better.
Yeah, but at what point do they quit happening? How much better can I be?
No, they might happen till then.
Right.
Yeah. But again, it's like,
After a while, a bridge gets tired of being run over all the time, Joey.
Anyway. Just don't go to some lady pastor in the UK that is going to drown you while you're getting baptized a second time.
Oh, I was going to go to this later pastor I know in Chisholm that's very powerful.
Okay. Did she want you to bring a chicken over?
Well, she was going to talk about speaking in tongues, and that kind of threw me
Yeah,
off a
no.
little bit.
It got a Ouija board? It's a witch.
I got to keep remembering that. If they got a Ouija board, that's definitely a sign of a witch.
Yeah. Slaughtering chickens and stuff.
Mm-hmm. A lot of women have chickens nowadays, too, not to mention that.
Or like sitting there genuflecting in front of their cat.
Happens a lot.
The cats love it.
The cat's like, please.
They're like, finally, the respect I deserve. Yeah. Anyway. Let's see if this is on line one. You're on there. Who's this?
All right.
Oh, that's just
I
rude.
love it when they lay on hold that long to hang up.
This part of the program brought to you by Bo Goodson of the Goodson Group, and they're at the Goodson Group. Bo and his team are ready to help you if you're looking to buy or sell property here in the River Region real estate market. Bo's been helping folks in Montgomery and surrounding areas for about half a century now. And not only can they help you with buying and selling property, they have management services available should you want to rent out your home. Great idea in this market. And why not for a reasonable fee have the Goodson Group do that for you? So if you want to learn more about Bo and the team there at the Goodson Group, you can always go online to thegoodsongroup.com. Or just give them a call direct at 551-0225. That's 334-551-0225. Bo Goodson and the Goodson Group. We'll be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. With PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 special. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting, Montgomery.
The employees of Adams Drugs would like to thank you for trusting us with your health care in 2025. We look forward to serving you and your family in 2026. You will continue to enjoy the same services such as immunizations, compounding, medication therapy management, delivery service, and wellness clinics, to name a few. Looking for that perfect gift for a loved one? Visit our Emily B. gift shop and find everything from Tyler candles to scout bags. Gift wrapping is available. If you have not visited Adams Drugs and experienced the award-winning customer service, we ask you to consider us for your prescription care in 2026. We have 12 convenient locations to serve you in the River Region. 8 in Montgomery, 1 in Wetumpka, Prattville, Millbrook, and Pine Level, Marbury. Please find us at adamsdrugs.net for the location that is nearest to you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
If you own a home and need cash, you can unlock thousands of dollars from your home equity quickly and easily. Call LendGo today at 888-407-7095. At LendGo, you can find out how much cash you could get with a home equity loan in just 2 minutes. It's free, there's no obligation, and it won't affect your credit score. Use the money for anything. Pay off high-interest debt, make home improvements, or just give your budget some breathing room. Best of all, you keep your low mortgage rate while you're getting the cash you need. See how much you can get today. Call 888-407-7095. That's 888-407-7095. Or visit lendgo.com. That's LENDGO.com. Homeowners nationwide are doing it. Now it's your turn. Call 888-407-7095 today. LendGo, where homeowners go to get cash. 888-407-7095.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com. This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number 1 in the number 2 business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
This is your roving reporter. Today I'm talking with a man from outer space.
What's up, Earthling?
I see you've landed your spacecraft over there in that field.
That's right, man.
My question is, why have you landed here on our planet?
I came to see David Ernest.
The asset preservationist?
Yeah, man. I wanted to see if he would take a look at my portfolio for me.
Well, before you make the trip over there, call him on his toll-free number, 833-596-7233.
And I understand those last 4 digits spell out the word safe.
That is correct.
Funny thing happened the last time I came to Earth.
What was that?
I went to the Walmart, man.
Yes?
And I accidentally went in the back door.
How did that work out?
Well, they stopped me and very gently told me that I needed to go around front and come in.
And then what did you do?
I said, cool, man. Take me to your greeter.
You flew millions of miles just for that.
Hey, man, I don't ride them. I just read them.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number 1 in the number 2 business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Weather, a service of H&H Carpets, where right now, get a load of this, listen close, you get a house full of carpet for $19.95 installed. Unbelievable. They're located at 6450 Atlanta Highway, just across from Walmart.
Bridgestone's weather.
Well, hi, everybody. I'm happy to say the news is very good through the weekend and beyond. I mean, we need the rain, but I like the fact that we are storm-free. Tonight, mostly clear skies, low temperature down to about 50. Tomorrow, the great pattern continues. Friday's high up near 80 with plenty of sunshine. We're in the low 80s on Saturday, mid-80s on Sunday with more sun. And this pattern extends into at least the early part of next week. Great for whatever you have planned. From the National Tropical Weather Conference, Rich Thomas for Blue Water Broadcasting.
Feeling the pressure of high credit card rates? ASC Credit Union has you covered with a low 1.99% APR on balance transfers. Move your balances in March or April and lock in that 1.99% rate through your October statement. Visit ASC Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
When news happens, you'll hear about it first. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Apparently, NASA is now giving an update on the historic Artemis 2 mission. They're coming home.
Did you see Greg posted the backside of the moon picture this morning?
Those are incredible, dude.
They were.
They really are incredible.
One I saw was literally the backside of somebody mooning.
Oh, I'm looking at a pretty cool video here of Josh the jeweler there at Dillon Rings.
Yeah.
Welding a pre-measured piece of white gold stock into a client's ring to attain a larger finger size without thinning the ring out. Really cool.
That's what I thought they had to do every time, was to thin it out and make it wider.
No, you can add,
Oh.
and then, of course, polish and
Yeah.
but get it to the size you want without having to take the current material.
That's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, you don't have to thin it. You can thicken it.
Yeah, I didn't even think of it. I just thought it'd go the other way.
And I'm seeing this tiny welder he's using there to finish it.
Does it look like it'll burn you, Joey?
Yeah, it does. Like I'm looking at it's like a small blowtorch.
Little mini torch, yeah.
With it looks like more white gold to throw on top. It's so cool. So, folks, if you're looking for custom work, in fact, I'm working with Josh on a custom piece. Look forward to
Looks great.
get the final product here before too long. And it's so easy working with the guy. And I'm a little particular
Yes, you
about
are.
things, but he's been working with me just fine. And it's beautiful to see what he can come up with. And it doesn't have to be something you're making out of whole cloth, something you dreamt up. It could be like a repair like this. Your ring finger, the ring's way too tight on there.
You want to
Got
start
no
wearing it.
circulation. Or it could be you have inherited two pieces of jewelry. You want to combine them because they're kind of old, out of fashion.
Make one beautiful piece.
Yes, and so you can remember, you can keep the poignancy around it. But of course, they also have a great selection there at Dillon Rings from high-end everyday jewelry items. Maybe you want to get some starter jewelry for the little girl in your
I think
life,
that's a great idea.
like little charm bracelet,
they're
little
gonna love it.
earrings and stuff.
Yeah,
It's pretty cute. And of course, they can do things like spa treatments, appraise old jewelry you haven't had looked at in a long time. They can do it all. Any of your jewelry needs, just get by 119 Brown Springs Road here in Montgomery, just off of Atlanta Highway. And be sure to tell Josh and Leslie Ryder there at Dillon Rings that Joey and Eddie, those fellas on the radio, sent you. So splashdown for Artemis 2 is tomorrow at 7:07 our time.
PM or AM?
PM.
Okay.
Tomorrow night. Friday night, 7:07. Prime time, baby.
That is prime time.
Oh, that'll be fun to watch. Seriously, to see them make this trip back and go all around it. I know, in this day and age, there are a lot of folks thinking, oh, it's all fake. But now stop blackpilling. Stop despairing. No, I'm not looking at you.
I didn't say nothing.
I think some of this stuff is just remarkably inspiring.
I just don't understand why they don't have a million cameras on that. So we're not looking at the window. I want to see 1,000 different views of the moon going around like that. And I saw some.
So now you don't have enough pictures of the moon.
Yeah, I would like to be able to just
live stream it.
Yeah, it sounds funny.
Throw emojis up there.
Bro emoji. I'm proud of you, man. That kind of thing.
Like a plex.
Yeah, exactly. Or an alien emoji. But I've seen some of the pictures, and I even talked about. I think they showed one a while ago where there's. We think of the moon as just being a gray dust ball pretty much, but they showed some actual different coloration
yeah,
things.
That's really, really cool.
So now I'm like, hey, why have we dropped nobody down there? Let's see what that's all about.
Oh, there's Jessica Tarlov. Trump was Truth Socialing about her all over her.
Oh, yeah?
Get her off the TV. She's terrible. Terrible. Yeah, it's kind of her job to be terrible.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah.
And she does it pretty well.
Like, if she started making a lot of sense, they'd be like, you're out of here.
Please.
We didn't hire you to make sense. We hired you to carry the water for the Democrats poorly.
Exactly.
I love that, by the way. Like on MS Now or CNN, you have the Republican on there. It's like, we didn't hire you to, number one, be affected, which is, there's the exception, Scott Jennings. That guy is a clip machine.
You like that guy?
He's okay. I mean, he's a homer for the team. Like, he's definitely a team player.
Yes, very much so.
And sometimes I get a kick out of the wrestling. You know what I mean? And by the way, WrestleMania's coming up. And
Are you
so,
gonna watch?
Yeah, I haven't watched any of the storylines this year.
So you're just going to jump in Raw?
Yeah, because you can catch up on the storylines pretty quick. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like it's William Faulkner or anything.
You're not going to be confused?
No. I think I'll figure it out. And there was one year where it's like so-and-so was talking bad about my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my wife came to one of the shows.
Right.
And he spit in her face.
Ooh.
So I whooped him.
I
And he
hope
talked
so.
bad. He said he wanted to be the father to my children that I never could be. He questioned my manhood.
You just don't do that.
So you're going to get it in the ring. This is a no-holds-bar.
Steel cage
Street
match?
brawl. No, we're not even doing a cage.
Wow.
If there's a popsicle stand, I'm sticking a stick in you.
Man, Joey.
There's a hot dog stand, I'm hit you with mustard.
Big old thing of mustard.
Slap you with a sausage.
Now, you don't, when you watch wrestling now, in the Joey of 2026 where we're at right now, do you think you're going to be able to enjoy it as much as Joey 2024 did?
Possibly more.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because it's such a show.
Yeah.
Especially WrestleMania. They just do it up big.
Big time escapism, though. I mean,
Yeah, and it's not like I'm going to be like fixed to the TV.
You're
But
gonna
no,
run out.
but if Undertaker shows up, I turn into a mark immediately. I'm like, I know he's old, but he's never going to die.
are you going to run out and tell your grandfather, you wouldn't believe who's on now? Run back in there.
Like the dong, lights go out. Then it's like CGI purple lightning everywhere. You're like, oh no, the dead man.
You have to tell your grandfather, like, what is Joey doing in his room? What is all those lights?
My God, he's broken in half. Right in the solar plexus. Yeah.
No, that's cool. I'm glad you can still enjoy that. 'Cause it's,
Because lately I have been
you've just been
hardcore serious, and especially even in my free time. And I've taken moments of like, let's not be serious tonight.
Okay.
And I find that, the silly, like charming stuff is, it's charming again.
Yeah.
It's not just escape slop I throw on the TV. It's now like, I can actually enjoy this.
But because a lot of times when I do that, I quit paying attention to the TV. But if it's on and you can watch it and enjoy it,
Well, I admit I haven't watched Kill Tony in a second.
I like Kill Tony. I still love Kill Tony.
Yeah, I'll have to go back eventually. Like if James McCann shows back up, the Australian dude, I love that guy.
That dude's nuts, man.
I love that guy.
They've got some pretty good new ones that kind of come around.
You were talking about the little Chinese girl?
I love her.
Who does a Trump and all sorts
She
of
does.
stuff?
She does a lot. It
And
seems
then,
like every week she's got new stuff.
Timmy No Breaks?
Love Timmy No Breaks.
Hilarious.
I cannot get away from Timmy No Breaks.
And then anytime Adam Ray's on.
Okay, I think he's got another character. I saw a video last night.
Last time I watched, he did Jeremy.
Okay, maybe it was Jeremy, but I saw him in one last night. It took me to almost the end of the video.
There's
to
another
realize
one where
who
it's like
was.
Ross. He's almost like a southern, like metrosexual.
No, I haven't seen that,
That one's hilarious. Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's almost like Paula Dean's son.
Oh,
remember that guy? Like he's a guy, but there's a few of those guys walking around here in Montgomery.
Oh, yeah, there are a few.
Where they got the Easter egg polo color shirts. And
Are you saying I shouldn't be wearing my light blue polo shirt? It's not so much
that's
Easter
more
egg.
like turquoise.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. It looks like you're going fishing. You look fine.
Thank you.
No, you don't look like Bruce, who knows the latest in what Lady Gaga's about to come out with.
Lady Gaga.
A lot of people thought she got into demons and stuff, but I actually saved her. I got Father Ripperger over there, and anyway, turned out she was possessed by Lilith, the lesbian.
She is possessed, dude. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, it's you got to pick your entertainment because there is something about Hollywood and the hardcore music industry that is just like I was saying the other day, straight up demonic. I'm like, and it's not even good.
No,
like, if you're gonna be demonic, at least be like, you know, Devil Went Down to Georgia or something.
Right, but it's not. And a lot of the new things that they're putting out there, the storylines are just old storylines. They just put somebody new in there, and really didn't bother changing up that much. I wish they'd bring back the Love Boat and Fantasy Island though.
Yeah,
yeah, those were my favorite.
I never really. I've heard of both of them, but
you never
really watched them.
You don't remember the little guy coming out?
Oh
of
no, I
Boston
remember.
Fighting? Okay, yeah, man, it was a great show.
Who's the guy who played
McCart? Oh, what's his name?
He's in the movie Wrath of Khan. He plays
Ricardo Montalban.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
Yeah, very good actor.
Yeah.
Those were two good shows, and you had a selection of characters that always kind of came through. You'd be a good guy on the Love Boat. I can see you working on the Love Boat.
Doing what?
Be like an Isaac.
What did Isaac do?
He's a bartender.
Oh, yeah. Last time I went on a cruise.
Yeah.
It was right after I graduated from Auburn University. So this would have been 2011. Or, yeah, probably summer of 2011.
Yeah.
Whole family went. I, personally, thinking back on my mental state then, was a miserable wretch.
I get it.
And strangely, my mother gave me permission to drink as much as I wanted.
She probably thought that was going to last one night, Joey, and you learned your lesson.
Well, no, because when you get on the Disney cruise, you realize, oh, this is like families and young children.
Piped in music?
Everywhere. If I hear Under the Sea one more time, I'm going to
You're going to join Under the Sea?
Yeah, I'm going to, I think it's actually trying to lead me there.
Oh, man.
So, but no, I have good memories of, I got along with the bartenders. And there are all sorts of different bars, like Paulo.
Yeah.
Lives in Spain still. And Augusto lives in Brazil. Mm-hmm. Now, I can't remember the beautiful Slovenian chick's name. She wanted to be a dancer for Disney. But
you could have helped her out with that.
No, I couldn't have.
Yeah, you could have. I mean, as far as she knows, you could have.
No, with my little pot belly back then. Getting in the way.
Dude, dad bods were all the rage back then. Yeah. Still now, too, a little bit, I hope.
Yeah. But then I remember being in the champagne bar, which was all like plush pink. Me and the bartender. I think it was Paulo.
Okay.
And like this elderly couple comes in and they go, this is our 18th Disney cruise. And here, young man, let me get you a drink. And slid over the table. I'm like, what is this? And it was like gold flake Mickey Mouse ears.
Oh, cool. I was hoping it was going to be his room key.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. No, it wasn't any. It turned out it wasn't creepy at all. He was just like, "Why is this guy alone? I'll get you a drink, and here's some gold." I'm like, "Yeah,
all right. Well, I don't mind."
I remember it to this day. Like, sweet fella. Anyway,
a little bit different than my experience, Joey.
Good food.
That's the thing on the cruise ship. Now, we went, but we only, I think, went on 3 days, or so it wasn't that noticeable. But the buffets, do they get old over time?
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
Yeah.
And they don't allow weed on the boats.
You can't have nothing like that now, man.
Which is a shame. Like that, a cruise ship is made for getting high.
You can't have nothing like that now on boats.
It's a shame. You can't have nothing. Making everybody pill pop.
Well, no, they want you to buy their alcohol.
Oh, yeah, making everybody drunks.
That's what they do.
Like we got a regular rookie Charles Bukowski over here.
Well, honestly, who's more likely to fall over the boat, the drunk or the stoner?
The drunk.
Both.
The drunk, more likely.
The stoner thought he could fly.
Mm-hmm.
He see Gerald the dolphin out there and think Gerald's calling him.
Especially like the stoners, like maybe snook on some shrooms, man. And then he hears the Disney music, like, I can show you the world. He's like, I'm going on a magic carpet ride. And that was the end of Pete.
He may not know whether he's coming or going. But whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Hey there, I'm Kim Williams with Alabama Home Mortgage. Our partnership with Blue Water Broadcasting has reached thousands of listeners in the river region. People listen, people call. Now there's mortgage savings for us all.
Did you know that radio is the #1 reach platform in all of media? It's true. Call us to find out how to put radio's #1 reach to work for your business. Blue Water Broadcasting, local folks helping local business.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is #1 in the #2 business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
The premier place the river region turns to for news, weather, traffic, and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
I don't mean to be telling tales out of school, but there's a feller in there who'll pay you $10 if you sing into his can. I'm not here to make a record, you dumb cracker. They broadcast me out on the radio.
This is the Trump country. We live in the Southeast. We drink sweet tea. We don't drink socialist Kool-Aid.
Joey Clark.
I really feel like Trump should reach out to that fella.
What is that guy? Korean, Chinese?
Well, Korean. But yeah, I think you should reach out to him. Big supporters.
Especially like a guy who grew up in the Southeast. Like, we don't do that socialist crap.
Love that he stood up and said, we don't do that.
Anyway, let's go to Ray Bowles with Pryville Carpet. Hey, Ray, how you doing?
What's happening, Ray?
Man, it's been a great day. I got some more baby chickens from the farm center today.
Nice.
I'm telling you, Emma Ruth called and said, Dad, I would like some chickens too, but you don't want to raise them because you don't want to have to buy all the stuff to raise them.
Right.
And then sailors want more chickens. We're going to end up with like 20 chickens. And you want to know who's the socialist? Chickens.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're the biggest socialist things out there. All they do is beg you for food, run around begging, but they will give you an egg back here now.
Well, you kind of got to fight them for it.
I'm sorry, but Reagan was full of crap with that little red hen story.
Yeah, exactly. Total full of crap with the little red hen story.
Mm-hmm.
But now, I tell you, if you're like me and you're a chicken person and you need carpet that can take chicken crap, I got it.
Ooh, nice.
I got chicken crap proof carpet.
That's awesome.
And if it'll take chicken crap, it'll take your crap too. So give us a call at 285-8117 and let's put in some really, really good carpet this week.
Again, that's 285-8117, whether you're trying to stop the chicken crap or the dog crap or your own.
Or your own crap.
285-8117. They got carpets that can handle it all, as well as all sorts of other floors. Just call them up. They'll come in, do free in-home measurement. You pick your product up, and they'll get it down. Just that simple.
Just that simple, guys. Y'all have a great day.
You too, Ray. See you, brother.
Appreciate you, Ray. Did we learn anything today?
Something we did learn, but I didn't get to put it out there.
Yeah.
You remember back when you were young, your mom said always wear clean underwear. You remember that? Did your mom ever tell
I
you
don't
that?
think I ever had to be corrected in that manner.
Well, they just gave you some direction. Well, that MSO officer that we picked up over in Iran.
Yeah.
One of the final ways he identified himself to his rescuers is he took off his underwear that was like an American flag, and he waved it to them. And that's how they knew for sure that was their man.
God bless America.
That was me, buddy.
That's pretty awesome, actually.
I thought so.
Yeah. That's pretty great. So tomorrow night we got the Moon People coming back.
Oh yeah, tomorrow night, Splashdown.
Got Splashdown at 7 o'clock, 7:07 our time. Maybe the ceasefire will hold. You got JD Vance leading up a team there on Saturday in Islamabad.
Question.
In Pakistan.
How many times do you ever remember people on that side of the world being able to keep their word? Yeah.
Oh.
They call that negotiating.
Yeah. But, we'll see how all that goes.
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
I sure hope
But
so.
we'll come up with something tomorrow because we got a whole other show for Friday.
Oh, tomorrow is Friday.
Tomorrow's Friday. This week's flying by,
Wow,
big
Joe.
boy. And you behaved better today. You didn't get all catty about other women. You didn't talk with your hands very much.
It was very hard. I'll be very honest. I know I'm getting better.
Very hard indeed.
There were a few women I really wanted to point out some flaws.
And you are looking tanned. What is your secret?
The sun.
I don't believe it. I think he's up to something else, folks. We'll try to figure that out tomorrow. But happy hour with Greg
coming up.
He's next.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.